Hey, Instant, what's up? Haven't talked until now. How are you? Excuse me for not looking at the chat anymore until I'm done. I'm trying to go fast. Be with you in a quick sec. Okay, well, 6:59 is under seven. Instant, what is happening? Lurkers, what's up? I know. Instant, it turned into that Buffy episode in here where, everything went silent. Man, was that a good one. I believe it was called Hush. What is up, Udelka? Ladies, always appreciate you. Lurkers, chatters, Puzzle Pals. Well, tomorrow you're going to have not one, but two Bens in here when our friend Ben Zimmer stops in. He will be bringing some of his recent work product with him. Specifically, he had the Saturday Stumper in the New York Newsday. I think it was last Saturday. He also, along with our buddy Brendan Emmett Quigley, those guys co-wrote I assume it was the Sunday Wall Street Journal. It's a big grid. And what else? Well, he keeps banging out these slate middies. Maybe we'll take a look at some of those. After which, once our brains are warmed up, Ben and I are going to play our weekly game in our Connections League. Speaking of warming up, I am kind of warming up here. I got a pretty good menu here today. We didn't get to Ross and Jesse Trudeau the other day. Their Orca nominee, as we continue to kind of knock those off. We're pretty much done. My friend Tyler streamed some of the cryptic stuff last night. That was much more my speed watching him do it. I would be wary of getting into those without a little more firepower in the chat box. Like, I don't know, 12 or 15 people give me sense of security. But yeah, the Trudeaus wrote I think a more traditional themed crossword. Brandon Quigley, speaking of, I've fallen behind on his stuff with my travels. Thought maybe I'd knock out a Fireball just to let everybody know that the new Fireball season is underway. Peter Gordon and company. Christopher Adams, who was in here solving with me a couple months ago, he won the Chicago crossword tournament, and then we did a stream together. But he wrote a cute puzzle that I meant to get to and never did. That's a choice. There is also the New Yorker. There's Boswords. I mean, you name it, it's there for the taking. Nesberg, what's up? Welcome back. Okay, well, that was 2 New York Times, and wow, in just 17 minutes. Well, since it took that long, I think maybe we'll move right along to whatever's next. Oh, the phone's ringing here. I don't plan to answer it, although give me 1 sec. I'm the only one in the office. Excuse me. Okay, there was one person that I would have answered and said, hey, can I call you back? This is not that person. I don't even know. Can you even hear the phone ringing? It's weird. Like this thing like mutes music or like tones at times. Anyway, I want to knock out Ross and Jesse's puzzle because they've waited so patiently. I'm sure they are among what are we up to? 600,000 lurkers. I don't know anything about this puzzle except that it is called Get Up and Go. And here it is. I have no sense for how hard this thing might be. It's themed. I know that. Tell you what, let me take a look at a couple downs. See how hard or easy this thing works. We could do it downs only. This looks pretty doable, but actually in the spirit of keeping things moving, I think I'll turn the clock on. I think I'm just going to keep on rolling in a normal fashion or as close as I get. Delka, I would say let's do this on the old yellow light basis. Any clue that I've looked at or talked about is fair game, but please don't get ahead of me on that. It's on, y'all. Notary Public. Yes, I am. What's this? I don't know. Jump in, chat box. That. I want this to be, oh, Aries, is that a fire sign? I want this to be ashes, but clearly it is not. Take a something. Caro, more windy, not windy. Take a, make a. It's war, wake, and bake. You got a friend or two like that. Not me. Do I dare? I knew the answer to this one before. Do I dare name names? I don't think so. Let's try that. Caroline, how is the Germanic life? Where's Waldo? I know that he dresses like a candy cane, but does Waldo like use a cane? I didn't know that. Name ID, Damien probably. Deke, triple Deke. Wow. And to think how much I must have been missing out on by not watching, what is this movie, The Mighty Ducks? Sure. Um, Getting colder again in Germany. Not like Arizona where it's like been pushing up over 100, I think. Okay, Ross and Jesse Trudeau, two on roadie, perhaps. Two left on red. Two crossword vets. I'm sure this is great on rice. I should have thought of that. So I'm sure this is good. It was, after all, nominated for an Orca or crossword Oscar. I assume this is dine. What's 35 across? Yeah. All right. Someone's texting me. They will have to wait. You guys are more important. Stranded in Paris actually sounds kind of fun. Something on the grind. Could that? Looks like it. If there's a phrase involving the grind. Riz Ahmed, is that guy's name? Rez, looks like this is this. Cameron Diaz. Wow, we have two Z's. Something pizza, their employees stand and deliver. Is that Domino's or is it Sbarro's Pizza if they're like in a mall? Let's find out. I thought this was Terence Atman, left-handed French tennis player, but no. Rise and grind. That's cute. Okay, stand and deliver, wake and bake. Oh, get up and go. Cute. We have stand, wake, rise. All right, cute theme. Chain whose employees wake and bake. Dunkin' Donuts. I want this to be something and something. Oh, maybe these are the standing things here, the getting up things here, and then these are examples. Okay, so Domino's, maybe they stand up and deliver you the food, I guess. I don't know. And then this would be Mrs. Fields, Domino's. I mean, Dunkin', who else bakes? Don't know. Chain whose employees rise and grind. Starbucks coffee is 15 letters. Who knew? Never noticed. Dean's List. NATO alphabet. Left on red. Were we just talking about that? We were. All right, so this is this. And yep or yup. Dope. All right, we got to find what chain the people get up and bake stuff. AP Bio, the showrunner is my old improv buddy, Michael Patrick O'Brien. One of the best. Excellent guy and an extremely good sketch and improv guy. Herschela Lee. Inc. Oh, this is Panera Bread. Nice. Do they actually bake bread at Panera Bread, or do they just get it delivered from their corporate overlords? I have no idea. Okay, not the hardest puzzle, but well executed. I mean, it doesn't have to be hard. Just have to be good, and this one is good. This is on a rant. I wouldn't know anything about that. We agree, us two. I wanted this to be Astro. Is this the Aeneid? Yep, it is. Story of Aeneas. What are the odds? Is this Nassau? Oh, Nassau. Yep. Could have gone with the, it's like a golf tournament style. 9, when rotated, becomes a 6. Got it. Like, a la, sur, south, north, Who else played tennis at 6:30 this morning today? Just me? Tired. But you know me, I love an excuse. All right, this is don't have it. I'm gonna something's wrong here. Starbucks. Oh, it's something ear, a C ear. Wow. EAEA. You don't see that every day. Farm share, sure. Um, oh, cute. Apple Eve. Oh, that's nice. And Ross is the editor of Apple Puzzles, I think. So little product placement there, Rossi. You're allowed. Apple invites. Wow, he's landed on thick. Studs, aces. That's like your best pitcher. D P's double plays. All right. Nice one, Jesse. Nice one, Ross. Well done. Okay. Welcome, lurkers, chatters. Thank you for joining me. It is unusual for me to stream this early, but it's an unusual day slash week. I was up at about 4, never got back to sleep, got on the tennis court at 6:30, played my shoes off in a tough doubles game, showered, came straight to work, and I've been working all day, and I am starting to hit the wall. But I wanted to let everybody know that, I mean, I am a mere amateur puzzle guy, but there is a Ben around here who's a pro. Our friend Ben Zimmer will be joining me tomorrow. We have our Connections League game at, I forget if it's 7 or 7:30 Chicago time, which I guess would be 8 or 8:30 Eastern. So I'll start the stream a couple hours before that, and Ben will join me, and we will attack his recent stuff in Slate, the Wall Street Journal, New York Newsday, Udelka, the other people I play with. I'm in a large group, and I'm lucky to play on the top court in the group. Of course, admittedly, many of the guys are significantly older, so it's no great like accomplishment, but we had some big hitters today. And it was a good one. It was tough. And I am playing USTA on Saturday, but I'm sure you all know that. I'm sure you're all abuzz with my 8-0 mixed match. But yeah, it was fun. We just played 90 minutes of doubles. You would think I wouldn't be so tired, but you would be wrong. Okay, Ross, Jesse, good one. I move right along at this whole menu of stuff I want to look at. Rossi. Why don't we get to Peter Gordon? He hasn't gotten like equal time here lately. X word. Fireballcrosswords.com. Oh, Apple News crosswords, I should also say. I'm sure Ross would explain it further if he were here. But Apple, I guess, has like a puzzle. Don't know. I really don't know much about it, but I mean, I know they have it. I know that Ross edits it. I don't have a link. Could be apple.news. I'm just guessing. But link in chat. Fireball Crosswords is really good. And share this. Okay, so Fireball Crosswords is a subscription crossword series. If you like hard crosswords, as I do, strong recommend. If you have trouble with hard crosswords, maybe it's not the one for you. However, yeah, I'm a fan. They vary. They're not all super hard, but Peter writes a lot of these things. Peter Gordon is kind of the impresario who does it. His name is here at the top middle. And sometimes other people do them. They're always good. He does a lot of contests like, solve this puzzle, and what 7-letter word is suggested by this puzzle. Then you have to like figure out what the secret like contest is, and he gives away like subscriptions to the Fireball. It's good all the way around. Forget the contest. It's just really good. He's really good. He's a pro. Unfortunately for me, I don't know that. It would be great if the answer here were vain. Think of the first verse of that song. I don't know. Was she talking about Mick Jagger? Warren Beatty? America was a buzz on that question 29 years ago. What is happening, Fatty Two Bits and Blushing in the Sky? First time chatters both. Fatty, if you know that one, go ahead. Let's say we're on a yellow light basis, meaning you're welcome to suggest answers if we've already looked at that clue or if I've already talked about it, but don't like jump ahead and say, I know 50 across. Into Fatty. Do I remember, are you a singer? Do I remember that? I feel like you have like a singing Twitch stream. Anyway, what's the whole line? See, of course you know, because you probably know every song. Something oh, you came into the party like sneering like a jerk that I love despite myself. Yeah, you walked into, oh man, now I want to sing. Nobody else wants me to. You walked into, yeah, okay. You walked into the restaurant and yeah, I know, wait, oh yeah, there was oh man, there's so many like familiar sounding, yeah. And then there's like of course you were there with like all the right people. Speaking of people who are connected in the in crowd, Carly Simon definitely was one of those people. And did you know that Carly Simon's dad was the Simon of Simon and Schuster book publishers? Crazy. And what's more, their first book in the 1920s, I think, was a book of crosswords during America's initial, like original crossword craze. And they sold a ton of those things. And their second book was also a crossword book. And they made so much money with these books that they really got the company like off and running. Kind of cool. Greeting to a banana bender. I want this to be a banana vendor, but this thing is themeless, so there's nothing like weird going on. Fatty, is You're So Vain, is that a song in your repertoire? This could be that if we're talking about flowers. Let's find out. I am going to say that is, speaking of Starbucks coffee, I'm going to say that is Starbuck from Moby Dick, only because it's 8 letters and the second letter is T. A banana bender, what on earth is that? I have no idea. Well, if I take a drink of water, maybe that'll help me solve this one. Is it want Martin Luther King, JFK? But in fact, it's going to be some sort of a ballet dancer, right? I don't think Mikhail Baryshnikov is known by his initials. We got to keep going. I don't know who this is either. I want this to be Volvo. I am a loyal customer. Could be that. Could be that. Starbucks is looking good. On the sea, in the sea. Presumably this. Was that Zoe Kravitz hanging out at 19? Zoe. I should be able to spit this out. No, I'm thinking of Zhang, her last name. I don't know. Zoe Saldana? Did she Saldana? Did she direct a movie? Good for her. Yeah, Blushing, you can. If I've looked at it, then join me. Yeah, sure. I'll buy that. I think that sounds legit, except baseball's Bucks are the Pittsburgh Pirates. Blushing, very plausible guess. You are more than welcome. I'm happy to put your guess. I'm happy to delete your guess. Oh my God, look at all of these rock stars pouring in here. I mean, Strawberry, Waterfall, Blushing, Catherine, Wheel, and Dadgum. 5 straight chats by different people. I mean, that's like hitting 5 home runs. Let me catch up. The other, if it's not Zoe Saldana, then is it, I mean, Zoe Kravitz, right? Lenny Kravitz's kid. Imagine that. The offspring of a rich, famous celebrity getting a chance to do something in entertainment. Catherine Wheel. Yes. There was also the band Catherine, which, as the Smashing Pumpkins, quickly rose through the Chicago music scene in the late 80s, early 90s. I don't know if they were friends or if Billy Corgan was just like a big fan, but man, they got to open for the Pumpkins so many times, and they never really escaped Earth's gravity. And yet Catherine Wheel went nuts. And look, here is the entire band Catherine Wheel chatting in my chat box. You think 14 across is wrong? You know, I wasn't wild about this either. How about that? Is that any better? In which case, this is, I mean, isn't George Balanchine like some kind of like a ballet choreographer? In which case, what is that? I don't know. Presumably that's this. What is this? A bigamist? Oh yeah. As I was going to St. Ives, I had all these wives. Isn't bigamist, doesn't that imply two wives? Wasn't that guy like 100 myths or something? Um, she directed, oh, you like that movie? Interesting, dadgum. Waterfall, okay, I think you were right. Catherine Wheel, yes. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. So he's a septimist. You get it. Oscar Wilde said the definition of bigamy is one wife too many, and the definition of monogamy is the same thing. But you know, consider the source. Okay, this is, I don't know. I'm far too young to remember that. 4 down. Aerosols. Yes, I was getting way too creative. Well done. This is a G'day, a banana benda. Is that somebody from Australia? I don't know. Yo-yo dipstick. That's like describing a person, not an actual dipstick. Or maybe Peter has strong feelings about Yo-Yo Ma. Not cool, Peter. This, no clue. I mean, the only 4-letter movie ending in a Z I can think of is this one. Udelka says 14 across is wrong. Oh, that was Udelka. You might be on a bit of a delay. I think we fixed that. I don't. Is it still wrong? Oh, Mr. B for Baryshnikov. All right, that. Okay, no. Mr. B is George Balanchine. Balanchine. It's all right. Okay. Well, I couldn't get the ballet thing in the first crossword I did today, and it was a poll, or the second one. Anyway, BARRE or GTFO. This has got to be that. Is this a panda? A pasta? I'm going to say pasta. Chicken satay. Don't have it. Nor do I have that. Maybe one of you does. No CB. High Hopes is the Pink Floyd song. You know the, wow. Yasser, I know Arafat. Arafat, look at you. No CB. Are you checking in from France? Is my early time slot here helping you? Well, you're going to fall asleep anyway if you watch this, but did it help you check in? This is clearly Parasite, our only foreign language best picture winner. Ladavi, speaking of Europeans who have reliably good attendance when, oh wait, Ararat. This is the legendary place where Noah's Ark, according to legend, came to ran aground after the floodwaters receded and the Ark came back to Earth. Meanwhile, it's a real place. So Ladavi, yes. Always good to have at least one Ladavi in the mix. Exactly one, though. I don't think we can handle 2. This is Pigpen from Peanuts. Oh, a teat? Is that like, as in like memory? Apparently this is pasta. And this is a spring roll, not a Sprite soda. Eaton, Leighton, Eaton. See, I have Kinos. I have the lead, or I have the edge because presumably there's like some sort of a delay. Like here, I'm looking at my phone. There's like a 1 second delay on my phone. Your mileage may vary. Let's do this. Is this right? Rachel. What's her face? I'm trying to think of that. Rachel, what was her name? Who was in West Side Story? Is her name even Rachel? Anyway, I have no idea. But anyway, Lois looks plausible. I just don't know what movie. I'm sure you all do. Select celebs with the A-list. Wow, A-list X Elite together at last. OMG, there is a second Ladavi. And it even says to me, first time chat from the we have a lowercase and an uppercase Ladavi. Are you kidding me? I mean, that only shows that I was right. I mean, we've got hundreds of thousands of lurkers, so many that if we like prompt or maybe embarrass the lurkers into chatting, I mean, we probably have like dozens of Ladavis for all. And anyway, welcome other Ladavi. Not too, I know, right? It should be Les Davi, L-E-S Davi. I mean, if, wait, Ladavi, no CB is the one in France. Why are you the one that's got like the French name? Ladavi, of course, is French for Ladavi. We all do this. This, see, if I keep, I want this to be the, I want this to be the, like Tales from the City guy, Armistead Maupin. Now I want this to be Arsène Lupin, or I want this to Poe. All right, very good. Blushing. Now I'm blushing. You keep like outscoring me. No one's keeping score. Blushing, you're in the lead. Good thing no one's keeping score. Nice job. This is a, oh, I don't know, something ending in ER. Exactly. Ben Zimmer will be here tomorrow, along with yours truly. Is this a calling bird? Andy Partridge of the band XTC. Crossword writers, take note. You are remiss in not getting more XTC into your puzzles. Pablo Casals described his as being like a beautiful woman who has not grown older, but younger with time, more slender, more supple, more graceful. Oh, his cello. Pablo Casals, of course, played cello in the JFK White House. You know, back when there were people in the White House who had any sort of refinement or appreciation for art, or indeed anything other than grifting with two hands. What? Who said that? What? Hot take, y'all. All right, this is this a peeler like for the rind of your brie something? Somebody's gonna get this before me. Yes, blushing. Are you an XTC fan? I am a huge fan. Love them. A tonal vuvuzelas are those things. Wasn't that like the South African, or was it like the African World Cup? I want to say it was 2011, if I remember right. I don't know why. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, this is, it's not Asian. Apian, like they sound like bees. That could be right. MS. Now I want this to be MS DOS. Yeah, you gotta love XTC. We could help wanted here. Yeah, we could talk about XTC all day. And in fact, let's do this. I want this to be Zinfandel, but it's 10 letters. Pinot Blanc, if you will, Benoit Blanc, as long as we're talking about French-speaking detectives. I didn't even get to Agatha Christie and Hercule Poirot, but no problem. The other day I was solving a New York Times puzzle on here, and the answer was like Merlot's, and I needed like 5 or 6 of the 7 letters. I was not too proud of that. Estate, tax, estate, sale. Your schnoz is your nose. So is it like peeper? Like your eye? Looks like it is. I see. If that's a peeper and that's a peeler, wow. Check that out. All right, this is no clue what is going on here. Ladavi, capital L Ladavi, crossword rule number 57. If a drink appears in the, yes, exactly. I will relink in chat. Blushing, this is from something called Fireball Crosswords. Our friend Peter Gordon is the impresario who runs Fireball. It's really good. It's a subscription puzzle service series. I'm a proud subscriber for many years, but I like to solve one on here every once in a while just to, let people know that Peter's out there doing his thing. A game go eight. Seder plate. Go in different directions. Scatter. Okay, I just wrote a New York Times cryptogram on the subject of Erno Rubik and his famous cube. Actually, there was another one in there already. Like, I think he took like a month to solve it when he invented it. That was already in the paper. And now I will give y'all, oh wait, was it accepted or did I just submit it? I think I just submitted it to Sam Spelling Bee Azursky like in the last few days. Anyway, pretty neat trivia, which is in the year 1981. Wait, all right. Now, since you guys won't stop talking about the cryptogram and the Rubik's Cube, sorry. Oh, I never even. All right, bear with me. Almost. This is why we get so few puzzles done around here. Udelka, lead the class in a round singing of where are you both? Where is okay, here it is. At the height of Rubik's Cube mania, the book The Simple Solution to Rubik's Cube in 1981 that sold more copies than any other book. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that was worth the screeching of the brakes. All right, we're back. What is going on here? I have utterly no idea. Is there a problem of some sort? Maybe. You swat. Oh, raw umber. It's 3W. Fatty, thank you. Fatty 2 bits, showing a lot of game. Fatty, I suspect that if it were like a singing, karaoke, and crossword biathlon, you would probably be like the favorite. I don't know. Maybe other people here can sing. I certainly cannot. A ring shaker, a tambourine. Well, one thing about tambourine is that it's super vocalic. It uses each vowel once. Higher in power, a cross oak, exactly. Can anybody here actually sing? I mean, I sing along with stuff. An extra base hit results in an RBI in a baseball game. This is, I speak jazz. Geez, name any musical that's blanco blank blank. I mean, all that jazz, le jazz hot. I mean, it's not Cats, it's not Mame. Somebody here knows it, and it ain't me. It's what you do for a living? Really, Fatty? Wow. Does that mean you are like in a band? Are you like available for hire? Like, do you do like weddings or like bar mitzvahs, or do you like give voice lessons? Do tell. Interesting. Higher in power. Let's try that. Divide. Oh, it's a noun. It is a gap. What are tubular pipes? Wait a minute. We were just talking about you, Fatty. You clearly have the pipes. Runs in place idles, probably. Boop, the Betty Boop musical. Somehow I managed to not see that when it was here in Chicago. Ring shaker is I have no idea. Are there such thing as boop emotes? I believe you. VIP, would that be somebody in a lounge? I don't know if I love that. I guess. Award with, yeah, apparently. All right, body. How it. Well, this would seem to be some sort of mountain, perhaps, or is it like a sensei? It's probably right. Or it could be. Unyielding is wants to be assonant, but it isn't. Super Emmy? Wow, it is incredible how much I don't know that. Well, some tall people like former San Francisco Giants first baseman Willie McCovey are known as stretch. Then other tall people are known ironically as like tiny. Um, all right, so this Lancaster County, Pennsylvania makes me think that there's like some sort of Pennsylvania related pun or gag going on here. I don't know. The only Darling I know of in pop culture was Darling Nikki. Oh, the suburban teens and I, the other suburban teens and I were quite scandalized when Prince put that song out. That maybe. Hmm. I want this to be sure, but one of these must be. All of a sudden, we're running out of clues. Ladavi, wait a minute. Ladavi, do you have two Ladavi IDs going? Starting to sound like Ladavi Classic, if you will. Scarecrow, a scamp like our friend Frisco, who was in here the other day. Lancaster County, I mean, I think that's like an Amish country. Is this guy big Amish? Mike Shank, the Wall Street Journal puzzle editor, I want to say is like I know he's from Pennsylvania. I think he might be like from Amish country. Maybe we should try to have two of everybody. I mean, two blushings in the sky, two fatties, two bits, two use Delca, etc. Actually, jokes aside, look at all the great people we have in here. Lurkers, chatters. Welcome everybody. Ring Shaker is oh, I don't know. I really don't. But with these letters, we should be in decent shape. This, however, or is it Lil Amish? It could be that too. Like if it's the jokey version. Barry Bostwick, was he not the mayor in the show Spin City, produced by the great TV writer producer Bill Lawrence? Here's some trivia for you. If you've heard of Sarah Lawrence College in New York, a fine liberal arts school, private school, Sarah Lawrence College was founded by a man who named it after his wife. And that man, whose first name I forget, is the great great grandfather of Bill Lawrence, who did, well, Spin City was his first show, but Ted Lasso, and what else did he do? Scrubs. I mean, huge career for Bill Lawrence. Anyway, now you know. I know you were all wondering if Bill, TV producer Lawrence, was a descendant of blah blah. You get it. Okay, this is a sleigh, as in like comedy, maybe. Is this Ladavi? Is this Ladavi 1 or Ladavi 2? I don't know. Ooh, fatty 2 bits. Maybe you should take over the stream. You're doing way better than I am. A ring shaker. Sure. I was not at all thinking of a wrestling ring. Good job. That's exactly right. Unyielding. I want this to be exactly Juju Bike. I was just thinking of you, Juju, because I think our friend Ravenite, if I heard right, if my little birds, as I say in Game of Thrones, my little birds were correct. Was there not a thing on Monday? And if there was, were you there? Did you do the like one city to another thing? See how I'm trying to protect your privacy? Yes, William Van Duzer Lawrence. And in fact, his production company is called Doozer Productions, Doozer. Why do I know all this about Bill Lawrence? I certainly didn't a few days ago, but the New York Times just had a big feature on this guy. So, and I know a couple of the people who make the show Ted Lasso. So there you go. Darling Lucy, Lori. I know, Juju. I'm sorry. All right, everybody. I'm going to tell you more about Juju. I'm gonna delve deep into Juju's personal details. Juju either is or is not in Antarctica. Deal with that, Juju. Now everyone knows your inner life. What is this? Is this Alan Alda? Now I want this to be Denali. So we can get an L here to do Alan Alda. Well, clearly that's not right. But when did that ever stop me before? Let's do that. Unyielding is could be this. Either way, I'm not crazy about this. Definitely could be worth a try. No, CB, how is France, by the way? Are you enjoying the Gallic lifestyle? I just got an email today from the French Tennis Federation. I have no idea what this is. In fact, I could have all four letters here and not know if it were right. Yeah, so I went to the French Open a couple years ago. I took my dad for his birthday, Roland Garros, Paris. It was wonderful. And I got to speak a little French. Really cool trip. But now that they have my email, I get these tantalizing emails like tickets are going on sale or we're having our lottery or whatever. So man, is it tempting? Is it tempting to go back? But my work's gonna be real busy in May, but man, I would like to go back. All right, Scarecrow. All of the answers I'm thinking of are just not right. I want this to be used line. You live in a village. All right, I'm gonna turn over all the cards. Udelka and NoCB live in the same French village. No, wait, we were talking about Juju. Anyway, Juju, how you been? It's been a minute. How's life? You're here on, this is like the warm-up show to tomorrow when our friend Ben Zimmer joins me. We're gonna do Ben's new Saturday Stumper from the New York Newsday that just appeared in the newspaper in the last week or two. And then also Ben and our friend Brendan Quigley just had the Sunday, was it the Weekend Journal or the Sunday? I guess they probably have one weekend paper. Anyway, so we'll take a look at that. And also Ben continues to bang out these MIDI size puzzles for Slate. We'll take a look at probably at least one of those. So join us tomorrow. We're playing our Connections League game at go crazy and actually get the answer to that. We're playing it tomorrow at it's like 8 or 8:30 East. I got it right here. We're playing it at 8:30 Eastern. So we'll probably start the stream at like 6 or 6:30 Eastern. Please join us. Ben's puzzles are always so good. Many of us know this. If this is Alan Alda, and I'll give you a little Alan Alda Emmy trivia. I know you all come here for that. I now I want this to be like real, like Ronaldo, the soccer player. Anyway, the high one in Athabascan, if it's not Sensei, and by the way, it easily might not be, because I mean, I don't feel like Athabascan necessarily goes with Sensei. Then what is this? I think this could be. Oh my God. Were we just talking about Denali? I just felt like Sensei was right. All right, there we go. Yeah, Athabascan sounds like Alaska sounds a lot closer to the mark than like what is Sensei? Is that like Japan? All right, this is either Lil or Big Amish. Hard line is unyielding. Scrag? Ahab? Is this guy Big oh, did Barry Bosworth play Ahab? Apparently so. All right, and hey, look what just happened. We're done. Great puzzle, Peter Gordon. That was Themeless 182. That was from late last year. So he's back at it doing his Fireball thing. Fireballcrosswords.com. Enjoyed that, Peter. Thank you. Get this out of the way. Good game. GG to us all. Got some invaluable help from the chat box. Thank you. We have Juju. We have Bike. We have Ladavi. I mean, look at all these great people in here. I am truly spoiled. All right, I'm going to put a check mark next to Fireball. Let's check out a recent hard one from the New Yorker. That means I need to go to Firefox and go here. Monday, March 9th. What was I doing on Monday, March 9th? Fireball is a subscription service. Yes, it is. Forget how much it is, maybe like 30 or 40 bucks a year, maybe. But there's a lot of them. He sends them around like almost every week. All right, I'm gonna stop video. I'm gonna share screen. And when you look at that, if it isn't Liz Gorski or Elizabeth C. Gorski, New Yorker magazine has I stopped the clock earlier after I'd been sitting here. Not that, whatever, not that anyone cares. Yeah, the New Yorker magazine does the like reverse week, like Brendan Quigley does, they put out their hard material on Mondays. So what have we here? Let's do a yellow light again. Actually, speaking of tennis, it's a hard won shirt that I got in my South American tennis trip. It's coming off. And was I just talking about my buddy? I am not saying his name. My wake and bake stoner buddy in beautiful Bel Air, California. Well, when in Tahoe, ride Diamond Peak. You know, I keep it real. You guys know I keep it real. It is literally like a municipal park district that runs that thing. It's like on public land. So cool. Really enjoyed that place. Got to get back there though. Got to ride whatever they're calling Squaw Valley now. Stephen Sta, good evening. Yeah, it is. Well, that's a great question. It's 4:51 p.m. here. Is that like late afternoon, I suppose, as opposed to like early evening? Sure. Okay, you know what? We can go crazy. We can annotate, show you how poor my artistic skills are. Let's put a yellow circle in here, signifying a yellow light. And oh, wow, and if I hold down the shift, we can even get it to look like that. Yeah, 6 p.m. evening, that sounds about right. Okay, so yellow light means you're welcome to help me do the puzzle, but only after I look at a given clue. Please don't like jump ahead and say, I know 57 across. But if I've looked at it and talked about it, then it's fair game. If I don't get it, then feel free to jump in. I know, Udelka, it is 5. Wait, why is it? Oh, Udelka, does that mean you're not on daylight savings time? Because if it's 5:52 for you, usually you're an hour later than New York. Right now you're at the same time. Clearly there's no daylight savings time on. Beautiful St. Martin, Udelka, I just outed you. You are north of Juju, who is in Antarctica. All right, series openers is game 1, part 1, episode 1. Oh, wow, I started moving and the clock started. Pilot. Oh my God. Tested Formula 4. First time chatter swooping in from the clouds. Good job, Tested Formula 4. I assume you're right. The other 3 tested formula people were here yesterday, so I'm glad you're here now. Befuddled. Yeah, pilot is an extremely good guess. Humble could be a base, in which case it could be game 1 if that's a verb. And this could be Morse code. Oh, tested. I gave you full credit. But if this is game 1, smart could be a verb. Is this an I? I would say tested. The jury is still out on whether you are right or I am right or neither of us is right. Okay. All of a sudden, I think the jury is swinging back to you because that is IO and Iberi. The one thing I hate about this interface, if you hit backspace too many times, it goes to the bottom. This is this person. Humble. All right. So if you are right, if it's pilot, I want this to be like Ferrari. Is it Maserati? It's clearly a T or an I. Well, I can't even do the Rebus thing on here. Well, okay. Well, what can I say? We're not subscribing to the New Yorker, and we're getting the puzzle. So I guess I can't complain too badly. I knew Copernicus was from Poland, but I mean, the only cities I know there are 6 letters: Warsaw, Krakow, and Gdansk. Udelka, the big yellow dot means we're on a yellow light, meaning don't get ahead of me, but you're welcome to solve stuff that I've already looked at or talked about. Turin, isn't that Italy? Tori spelling? Is that what? I'm not following you, Steven. Stop. But I love your name. You know, I played tennis this morning with the guy whose name is Steven and his last name starts with an S. However, I'm pretty sure it wasn't you. You usher in a new era, perhaps? I know why the cage bird sings. Zero is zero in French. Udelka, you know that. Oh, interesting. You got me there. You got me there. Electoral college, the ruiner of everything. Alas, presumably. Del Taco. This is an ACL. What is this full-throated? I want to say a sword swallowers could be right. I got to go fast because you guys are gonna babbling, cryptograms, name drops, typing, boring everyone. These are my brand. So giving you those typos. I've been pretty good today, but it's all falling apart now. This is this presumably. Shade throwers. Which trees are known for shade? It's not elm trees, I think. Well, if it is Pilot, this is Mario Andretti. We were both wrong. Give you all the credit in the world, Mr. or Ms. Tested Formula, but we were both wrong. Noun that becomes a related verb, here and here. Okay. Befuddled is at sea. Is this alpha? Oh my God. I liked my game. Actually, game one probably would never ruin it. All right. Well, clearly that's that. Clearly promo code, not Morse code. Smart is a verb. It's hurt. Torin. Who said Torin? Steven Sta and Catherine Wheel teaming up. America was waiting for you two crazy kids to get together. Good teamwork. All right. Is this, what's the thing with the chemicals and the poisoning and the three-letter, I can't think of it. Recycling, something PB, I don't have it. PBA. Yeah, very good. All right, on we go. This is connector between a house and a garage. Steven Stott, I think it's the actual bottle, like BPA. Ooh, I like that too. That, yeah, PBA is the Pro Bowlers Association. How dare you, Tested Formula? Tested Formula, you are developing a brand of your own, fooling me with your plausible sounding guesses. A breakfast? I don't know. Official stance would be that. Synonym of this is probably this. Oh, breezeway. Who said that? Catherine. Tested Formula. My brand is very wrong. I feel like I'm in good company. You make me feel slightly better about myself. Stick around and you'll see how many wrong answers I put in here. It's that and this and this, that. Could be heck. Wow, were we just talking about French tennis player Terence Atman? Well, I was. I don't think anybody else was. I think I mentioned his name earlier, though. French lefty who was crushing the ball at the Phoenix Pro tournament in a lefty in like a thunderous battle with 18-year-old American Darwin Blanche. I had never heard of that kid. Wow, he was great. Stay tuned to your pro tennis, tournaments on TV. That kid, he looked like a young who crushes the ball. I don't know. Stan Wawrinka? What lefty crushes the ball? I don't know. Me? No. Let's go with 37-year-old Frenchman Adrian Manarino, whose name is 15 letters, by the way. Ben Zimmer, if you're listening. All right, refiner of pencil sketches is an inker. Realized is something peculiar is going on here. I mean, me not knowing the answer is very not peculiar. NBC Symphony, Arturo Toscanini, also 15 letters. I think Toscanini's like symphonic room in 30 Rockefeller Center was Studio 8H, where SNL started in 1975-ish. Here's trivia for you. The first, I think, the first 2 or 3 seasons of SNL, the show was merely called Saturday Night because Howard Cosell had a show called Saturday Night Live. And eventually they got their hands on that name for their show. What is 34 Across? A cakeistocracy? A country ruled by the stupidest, greediest, most incompetent jerk-offs in the entire land? What? Did someone say America has turned into that? I didn't say it. You said it. All right, this is Michiko Kakutani. This is Otis Redding. Buffoon. Twit. Were we not just talking about the White House? We were. Breezeway, somebody said it. Whoever said it was right. Give yourself a point. Catherine Wheel, always a source of good guesses. ELO, not just a great rock band, the Electric Light Orchestra. You get it? All right, something's wrong here. New era, what is the problem? Realized. Why does this look so horrible? I want this, is this not this? It has to be, so I'm not seeing that. Decree, edict, I'll buy that. It's an Echo 8. Not seeing that. Anybody who wants to correct me or explain that, be my guest. Don't have it. Attained, oh my God. The seat of the pants, well done. Who said that? Strawberry and tested, you are both correct. Tested Formula 4, I mean, feel free to maintain your privacy, but whence the name Tested Formula 4? I am intrigued by your choice of Twitter name. All right, this is Ice Dances, presumably. T-Top is the sports car, the muscle car. This is the USS Enterprise. That, a unionist, like from the South. Did we just see CSA? It was a farm share, though, not the Confederate States of America. Alfred Noyes. Alfred, the most indecisive poet ever. His name is No Yes. You could be, you are Kate, Kiss Me, Kate. Taming of the Shrew, I come to wive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily, then happily in Padua. You are ORA. Well, it's only a ferret if this isn't an A. It ain't a stoat. I don't know what this city is. Member of the Weasel family, Jared Kushner. Okay, this is a Fender Stratocaster conversation facilitator. I want this to be an icebreaker. It was the auto-generated Xbox gamer tag. Wow. I love that. All right, very good. You know what? My constitutional law professor, on the first day or the first week of class, wherever we sat on the first day of that class, Nussberg, I will take your word for it. The first day of constitutional law class, Professor Thomas Merrill, brilliant guy who had been the US, I don't know if he was the guy appointed, but US Solicitor General. Maybe he was like the deputy or assistant or associate. Anyway, that guy argued many cases before the US Supreme Court. The Solicitor General is the government post back when we had government officials who knew how to read and write and who had passed the bar exam in the Justice Department. That is the job that argues on behalf of the United States before the US Supreme Court. you know, back when we had one of those too. So anyway, this story is so unnecessary. And it's, speaking of Martin, well, that correlates a little to this story. There was a kid whose last name was Martin in my class, and his handwriting was apparently not great. So when Professor Merrill called on this kid, he called him Macton because it looked like a C apparently when he wrote Martin. And for the rest of the semester, everybody called him Macton. And speaking of weird random places you get passwords from, like I use Macton as like a username or a password all over the place. Oh no, now you all know my password. All right, control is rein in. Is this a niner? No, it is, well, Abner Doubleday. He did more than baseball stuff. Not know that. This, I want this to be disambiguate. Ted Turner dissemble with one S? Is that dismember something? This is super weird. Disembody, that's way better than whatever I just said. Good job. Stephen, stop keeping you kids on your toes. NYS is New York State. Speller's phrase is, I mean, abracadabra. Amen. Conversation facilitator. Social director. Oh, as in, like X as in xylophone. Good job. Cookie cutter, identical. Leah Williams, Liz, Due, LCD, I assume that's right. Home for a Pinto or a Palomino, stable. Social lubricant, like, oh, I don't know, black tar heroin. It usually works for me. Luau, sure. Events with countdown, launches. Let's look at every clue. Happy hour. Didn't you know? Didn't she know? Michael Chang won the French Open at 17, hitting serves underhand against, was it Lendl or Edberg in the final? I think that was with the semis and the finals. Chang was 17, shocked the world. He won the French Open. I think he remains the youngest ever. I mean, Nadal won it his first time, but he was 19. He was expected to contend or even win it at 18, but he had an injury, like his knee or something. Guy had knee problems throughout the career. Anyway, I think Michael Chang, still the youngest French Open winner. Was Becker younger when he won Wimbledon in 85? I want to say he was he 17? He was pretty young. All right, Udelka, quit talking about tennis. We got to finish this puzzle. Therefore is hence. Anyway, Chang never won another slam, much like Andy Roddick, or like, did Leighton Hewitt win one or two? Did he also win a US Open? I forget. Roddick or Chang like hung around the top 5 for like 10 plus years after that. The poor guy only made tens of millions of dollars. Didn't cha no, this is this, and this. All right, I think we did it with meaningful help from the chat. I, for example, did not know Martin. Y'all helped me a bunch of times. Thank you guys. I certainly did not know this. GG one and all. All right, I'm putting another check mark in here. How long have we been streaming? An hour 19. That's not crazy. All right, I am gonna put this. What was this? This was a New Yorker. Nice puzzle, Liz Gorski. Enjoyed that. Speaking of Ben and Brendan Quigley, we could knock out one or more of Brendan's. You know what? Much like we did with Ross and Jesse Trudeau, I think I'm going to bounce over to, let's get back into X-Word. I want to give Christopher Adams equal time. This is going to look familiar, but it's about to disappear. Zoe Kravitz, goodbye to you. And hello, Christopher Adams, Arctan crosswords. He's got like a bit of a math theme. Let me get the right link. arctanxwords.blogspot.com is where you will find the great puzzles of Christopher Adams. We did one on here, and it's been a couple months. It was really good. We did this interesting puzzle where like every letter was this, it was like, say it was 17 by 17. There were no black squares, and every letter was the same as either the square above it or below it. So there was this interesting like rolling, it was almost like a color wheel. It was like a Catherine wheel. Really cool puzzle. So anyway, and when not writing really interesting puzzles like that, or this one, Christopher Martin is doing things like driving in from, I think, Iowa to win the Chicago crossword tournament. So well done, Christopher Adams. So this one is called Yes, Ha Ha, Yes. What that means, I don't know, but the artwork was like that Onion, like fake editorial cartoon, where like a guy's peering in a window in a creepy way. Give me one sec, won't you? The sun is pounding on my western exposure window. I am going to open the door, keep it open. I'm going to use this convenient cardboard box from Amazon Prime. Jeff Bezos, he gives and gives. All right, that'll pull things off in here a little bit. If the sound of my level or blinds twisty thing banging away is annoying, let me know and I'll. Christopher Adams, as I live and breathe, how on earth did you know? Did somebody tell you? Did somebody send up the Arctan bat signal? Catherine, thank you. Chris, I was just singing your praises. Yes, I mean, just like a little birdie told me that our friend Ravenite had a few people over on Monday. You have your, you and I are like the Littlefinger and Spider, Lord Varys, and what was his name? Peter Baelish. Anyway, well, I'm glad you're here because I was just saying I solved your thing on this on the Selbor. See, when I don't know things, people are so embarrassed for me that they break out of their amused silence. Selbor, what's happening? Well, we've got some good Caribbean representation today. We've got Udelka and Selbor in St. Martin in Puerto Rico. Since your real names aren't on there, I think it's fair for me to say that. Anyway, Chris, what was that one that you made that was like, all right, now there's, I don't know if you guys are hearing this stick bouncing around, but I'm not enjoying it. What was that puzzle, Chris, you made where it was like every letter was the same as the box above or below it? That was so cool. I really enjoyed that. And I was like, note to self, you got to do more of Chris Adams's things. And then I got busy with work, and then I traveled Christmas, and I traveled a few more times, and I just got touch words. Yeah, that was really cool. Was that the only one you've made, or are there others? I would love to do more. I mean, if I wait long enough, I'll forget the answers. Forgetting the answers to puzzles is kind of like part of my brand. But anyway, there's a few of them. All right, I would love to do more. I'll have to like scoop up a couple. All right, with that said, I don't know whether or not this thing is themeless. Yes, haha, yes. I was saying you had that like amusing artwork from the Onion. And but Chris, let's go yellow light. Chris, you can just shake your head sadly as I screw this up. But chat, let's keep going with the yellow light, as in, like, if I've looked at the clue or talked about it, then it's fair game. But please don't get ahead of me and do stuff we haven't seen yet. All right, ancient Greek philosopher Seneca. I'm not reading the rest of the clue. No, we better read the clue. What is this? Believe that everything was water. I don't know. Yeah, Chris, how often are you constructing? I have to say, considering how much I enjoyed that touch words thing, I really should have like worked my way through more of your material. It really was good. But anyway, oh, see, people in the chat know your stuff better than I do, which is appropriate. I mean, there are many, many like smart puzzlers. And speaking of them, here comes Quizzy Dan. Thank you for the raid, Quizzy Dan. You did save Christmas. I know your name. I know your stream. Do I recall correctly, Quizzy Dan, that you are like a cryptic crossword solving expert? I feel like I've seen you solve cryptics and you are very good, but maybe I'm like imagining that. I don't know. Feel free to elaborate or not as you prefer. Okay, this is it's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard. and I'm a bad boy because I don't even miss her. You're so vain. You swaggered onto that something like you were swaggering onto a yacht. Isn't that how that went? Yes, I don't do too many cryptics on here, and I'm probably overdue. I mean, we've had JMSR, we've had Dadgum rolling on through here, Steven stuff. We have all these like great cryptic people, and I'm happy to do one. I just, you know, I'm like a low intermediate level solver. So I feel like we need, I mean, right now would be actually a time. We've got plenty of firepower in here, but okay, on we go. 3, material that may be used when something needs to be erased. Oh, I don't know. An eraser, perhaps? Quizzy Dan, are you not in the US? That I feel like you have an accent. Are you like in the UK? Are you in Australia? Answer or not as you prefer. Okay, Little Montenegro. Weren't they talking about Little Montenegro in, was it The Great Gatsby? Was that, man, I can't spit it out. I can't remember what book. Anyway, first name, it ain't Hercule. Of course, he was from Belgium. We all know this. Nero Wolf. Buy that. Catherine Wheel, look at you, like chucking balls in from half court. Nero Wolf, yeah, very good. All right, this is presumably this. Walked, swam, hunted, danced, sang. REM, y'all. All right, this I have no clue. Maybe you do. Is this Ironside? Speaking of fictional characters, they're men, full stop. What? Chris, are you chuckling already? Is this renewals? Oh, this is great. Great clue and answer combo. I assume this is, here we go. That's good stuff. Christopher, nice. Molding, Colin Molding, were we not just talking? And I gotta get these level orders pulled up. It's really getting annoying. Were you guys hearing all that clanking or just me? All right, molding profile commonly used between a pair of doors and not as one might think, a superhero from outer space. Astra Man? Is that a word? Is that a thing? Um, are you giving me an anagram of this answer by saying trans men? A near anagram? You lost me. Oh, one across. They're men, full stop. Trans men. Okay, I can dig it. Sure, I agree. All right, this is a meme, presumably. No, something here's Mega Astra Gal. Oh my God. Mega, presumably. Egad, Jennifer, Egan. Um, Now there's man all over the place. Like, is this another sort of outer space superhero? NOLA, New Orleans, Nolo Contendere. Well, you could have gone with Nolo Contendere. That's, I assume this is Nolo. I mean, very common in legal circles. Were we not just talking about former Solicitor General Thomas W. Merrill? I think we were. All right, brickhead of 80s and 90s commercials who got his own minifig in 2016. Wow. Manolo Blahnik? I have no clue. This was like some sort of philosopher. Probably should know that off of the first 3 letters. Art Gum Eraser, and then this is Lego Manowar, the Kentucky Derby winning the Lego. I want this to be Thayer. Or this, but of course that is not. That ain't it. EDU. Super vocalic. Oh my God. Nobody here knows what that means. Please explain, Christopher. What is a super vocalic? I've certainly never babbled about them at annoying length on the stream before. Guy am I, Sam I am. Yes, Stephen Starr. Every vowel once. EDU, exactly. Tested formula. I insist that you follow me on Twitch. You're a valuable source of answers. And comradeship. Is that fair to say? Failing that, if not. McDonald with all of you must follow me on Twitch. Exactly, Strawberry. Yes, everyone here, you must follow me on Twitch. If you don't, then bad things will happen, such as you not following me on Twitch. All right, Audra McDonald has the most Tonys. I assume that's where we're going here. I saw McDonald with the most, and I was like, yeah, I know who he's talking about. 6, oh my God. She's the EGOT of Tonys. At least one in each of the 4 acting. What is that? Actress and supporting in both a musical and a play, I assume. I know she's got the pipes. Okay, this is a McDonald's shake in 8 letters. McFlurry, is that the McDonald's like thing that they use the shake machine for? Okay, what is happening here right now? Don't you know that this is a strictly X-rated stream? How dare you bowdlerize it into this gentleness? All right, this is sowing and reaping. Fuck around and find out. Oh my God. Those are both 10 letters. Look at you. I'm not just saying it because Chris Adams is here. This guy is just really good. Fafo, y'all. You know, like me and the other kids say. Very good. These are both 10 letters. Very cute. Really nice. Love it. Really good. Simba and Nala. Lion King 1 or GTFO, y'all? Is it Kimbra who sang somebody that I used to know? Presumably that's right. I have no idea what that is. Somebody here knows about, somebody here clearly knows about Lion King 2. That somebody is not me. Pokemon with a B. Pokemons have BMIs? News to me, 104. God. Okay, here's what I know about Pokemon. You got your Pikachu. You got that one that's 9 letters long that I can't remember. And you got to catch them all. That is the ending of what I know about Pokemons. What was that one guy called? Snorlax. Oh my God, is that the right answer? Jesus. Well, I mean, I had to expect it from you, Tested. Weren't you the person who got their screen name from, what was it, like Xbox? Is this Manx Cat? Yes. Super Bowl 53. Don't tell me. Snoop and Dre. Bruno Mars and the Mars Band. I'm not looking at the chat for a hot second. In fact, I'm going to block it because I'm so irritated with myself that I can't spit this answer out. Super Bowl 53, how long ago was that? A few years ago? Headliners? Is it the name of a band? Is it Modest Mouse? I don't think they're quite big enough. Headliners. Is it an MC? I don't have it. Okay. Somebody's going to get it before me. I better hurry. I better hurry because we just had 60. All right. So, all right. I better go fast because Eric Agard, M.A. Mumford is 7 letters. That's what I was trying to spit out. That's obviously not right. All right. So this is a macaroon. Who headlined it? Blocking the chat again. If somebody says it before me, give yourselves a point. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on rolling. Is this Doc Martens? Was it like Gen X style? We just saw Martin in the last puzzle, didn't we? All right. This is something. Are you up? Could be yo. You up? Could be. I want it to be hey. Oh, you up? Oh man, I was giving credit for the you. I mean, if you're giving the old booty call, you don't have time to say YOU. You just got to get to it. All right, this is a month in the Hebrew calendar. This is clearly Neil Patrick Harris. What is this? Difficulty wise. Reopen the chat. Oh, wait, I can't open. Oh, Maroon 5. Is there a 5 in your puzzle, Christopher? How dare you? Let's find out. But first, let me unblock the chat. People have probably said 10 wrong. or 10 right answers. Oh, somebody said Nessberg. Or yeah, they use the V. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, they use like the V in their like branding or whatever. Okay, oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. If I slide this, can everyone read this more easily? Let's do it like that. Udelka, would you care to read this to the class? The ACC, etc. Fact that the Big Ten has 14 plus, yeah, that is super weird. And well, look, we have the word big so many times in this clue that I made it big. All format their names differently. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a fair point. I agree with that. Formerly, so these were the big five. So the question is there a five in here? Oh no, they're like the Power Five conferences, I think. Yes. Udelka, well, you live in a half French, half Dutch land, so you can be forgiven for not knowing like the rhythms of our college sports system. Well, Silly Love Songs is by Paul. I Just Called to Say I Love You is by his old compadre, Stevie, real name Steveland Morris. Truly, Madly, Deeply, that one I can't spit out. Oh, Sappy, nice. Who said that? Test it. Doing great. Oh, if it isn't my new fellow Gen X puzzle pal, Jamaica Jeffries. Jamaica, we keep talking about the Caribbean today. We've already talked about Puerto Rico. We've talked about St. Martin, and here you come. I mean, Jamaica, Jamaica, close enough, sure. All right, this is Randall Monroe. I get that in my email. Sometimes I'm not really in the mood or don't have time for his like super specific, highly scientific pontificating. However, sometimes I do. Anyway, I know that you spell his name with a U, and on we go. Journalism giant is, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna take off these shoes. I think I'll stay for a while. Was rocking my New Balance tennis shoes. I'm back to my On Clouds, but you know what's more comfortable than both of those? Not having any of them on, which is where I am now. All right, AP News, well done. Absolutely, that's got to be right. All right, it was the shoes that was like slowing me down. Now I'm good. Now I'm going to solve like a mother. Chris, you said it. I didn't. Will pretend cute. Oh, nice one. We seem to have moved from like Onion headlines to like Jezebel and Reductress headlines, which are equally, valid and equally cute. So no problem. But these are gamers. These are gay video game characters. Is that what that is? Um, feel free to correct me or not as you prefer. For words, yeses. If you're for something, then you would say the word yes. It's used by Bryson DeChambeau, tee, like a golf tee. When he tries to Hulk smash his driver 400 plus yards. Super Bowl LIV golf. Got it. Yes, agreed on all fronts. Is this Kiana? Is this a centaur? Kiari? Okay, this I know what petrichor is. That is what it smells like when you mow a lawn. So, because they release what are called free radicals. That was a New York Times cryptogram. So this could be radical something. Rain. No, wait, am I wrong? Is it when you mow your lawn, or is it like what it smells like when it rains? I think maybe it was rains. Maybe I had it wrong. Is there like a different smell when you cut the lawn? I'm not sure. All right, here I go again. Is this an episode of I Love Films? I think it is. Hold on. Oh yeah, Petric. Oh, that's what it is. Free radicals are one thing, and bung into the big fat spreadsheet. search the word grass, and there's so many other ones. The smell of mown grass comes from green leaf volatiles, chemicals released when grass is damaged. Okay, so that's the smell from cutting a lawn. Oh, I haven't written about petrichor here. I just somehow knew what it was. All right. Well, note to self, write a cryptogram about petrichor. I am tested formula. Were you the person who knew about the band XTC? Because I was at, I love that smell too. I was at Chicago's City Winery. I mean, the original one being in New York, of course. All right, as long as you're like, somebody here was an XTC fan. It might have been you, Tested, I forget. The Knitting Factory, a legendary New York rock club that I think is still like kicking to this day. The owner of the Knitting Factory is like a wine guy, and he also started City Winery. I live in Chicago, but I first went to the New York one like many years ago. The Moth Storytelling Collective did a New Yorker themed show during the New Yorker Festival. That was great. But at Chicago City Winery last Thursday night, there was a band playing REM songs. They did a great job. Pure Soul put this like very well curated band slash repertoire together. And I went with my brother and our friend. I'm not going to drop a name. Nobody here but me knows the name. But anyway, our friend played drums in the band. And why am I off about it? Yes, we were talking about Adam Scott Aukerman and the show You Talkin' You Two to Me, and the sequel show, of course, Are You Talkin' REM Re Me? So is this an episode of I Love Films? If only one person gets the reference, Tested, I'm guessing you might be the only one. One's enough for me, as opposed to what I usually do, which is make references that nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about, including me. Pull in front of. Just do this again. Much like Steely Dan instructed us. Replace the first word with an antonym. Christopher, you are a pop or a high and low culture maven of the first rank. Good for you. Replace the first word with an antonym. Is this like bow something or bell or don't have it? Okay, a crewmate for Among Us. This rainstorms might be wrong. I feel like it has a decent chance of being right. I feel like the I and the N are good. Unless, no, let's do that. Wow, look how big these clues are. That's, see, I F8 and now I'm effing O. What happens when you move this thing around? Violent volcanic verb, is it spew, maybe? Letters look okay. Well, is this an arctan thing, Christopher? Math, oh, and Christopher, who tipped you off? Is there like a secret society of puzzle experts? Catherine Wheel, was it you? Christopher, you got to come around here more often. We should do another stream together. You were great that time you came on. Benjamin Zimmer, good evening. Ben, this I touted immediately upon starting the stream. I touted this as the this is merely a prelude because it's going to be Ben Zimmer Day tomorrow, which to my mind is like a holiday, at least regional, if not national. And if I put a mint in my mouth, is it going to sound horrible? If it's interfering with your, let's face it, smallish enjoyment of the stream, let me know. I'll spit it out. I don't have this. Benji Z, how are you? I did not even once today say that such and such was your favorite band or whatever. Okay, so this is, well, they were the Orangemen when they were Native American themed, and now they're just not Ben, not even. I mean, I didn't say that this is Ben Zimmer's favorite cartoon, etc., etc. Wait, this has to be a Lego Maniac. I just am looking up and seeing that there's like a blank space up here. Blank space, like that song by Ben Zimmer's favorite singer-songwriter. So this has to be No Lee. Okay, so that's why you didn't do Nola Contendere, because It's, oh, cute. No lie. Christopher, Ben Zimmer, did you know that? I think this is public knowledge. Did you know that Arc 10 Prime is in fact mild-mannered reporter Clark Kent? Okay, this is, I have no clue. I have a copy, I have a paperback copy of Watchmen on my bookshelf that a friend gave me, oh, probably over 20 years ago, that I've kind of casually been meaning to read, but I don't have it. I also didn't watch the, was it HBO series? This is, oh, like 3 consecutive years, or 4, I think, with Little Mermaid. Jamaico Jeffries. Jamaico, you are quite the pop culture maven, if I recall. I mean, Jamaico, you're in good company here because Ben Zimmer and I, at a minimum, are like Gen Xers. I popped into a Jamaico Jeffries stream that I found by searching crosswords. It was, the man is highly entertaining. Okay, well, this is obvious enough. But what is animation, cartoon, movie? I'll have it. And what's this? Don't have that either. Ben Zimmer, I am already an hour and 46 minutes deep into the stream. So, you know, we could save your stuff for tomorrow. We can knock out a little bit today and do some more tomorrow. NP Hard, Neil Patrick Harris. Jamaico, are you familiar with the work of Ben Zimmer? The cartoon, I mean, the crosswords, perhaps? Uh, is this in any way a name I would have even heard? It's not Arnold. It's not Afro Man, though I believe he was in the news recently. REM, were we just talking about Ben Zimmer? You probably know what I'm talking about when I say, are you talking REM, re me? NP Hard, what does that even mean? No problem hard, as in a math expert like Christopher Adams can easily solve it. 36 down. I'm not looking at the chat for a hot minute. It's not a rom-com, is it? I'm covering the chat for a hot minute because I want to solve this Disney cartoon film on my own. And even in covering it, I see the list of lurkers. Wow, we got so many great people on here tonight. We got people that I know IRL. We got people that I know on Twitch for a long time. We have people that I just met on Twitch. And we even have people whom I have never heard their screen names before. Welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining. Most of you crosswords here, but you never know. Always threatening to do like a trivia game or an only connect game. Well, if this isn't rom-com, then what is it? Let's get back over here. I'm going to uncover the chat as soon as I solve this Aladdin situation. Vox Populi, Vox Dei, as in voice of the people is the voice of God. Isn't that what that means? Probably. Were we not just talking about French? 37-year-old left-handed French tennis player Adrian Manarino? Well, I was. I don't think anyone else was. Oh, a remake. Aladdin. Ah, you fooled me. Okay, very good. That's legit. I like it. I think rom-com is probably none of those. Okay, I'm much more comfortable with remake. Heart is a class. Selbor, I knew you were smart. Steven Sta, I knew you were smart, but I mean, with the math, you guys are just embarrassing me now. But that's fine. You know, start your stream and take your lumps. You know, if you FA, you FO. Is this Prince Caspian? Is this the Appian Way? I'm not going to look at the clues. I'm just going to say this is Cap Avion, you know, like the cap on your Avion. This is overtake. This is new money. I'm really not looking at the clues, but I can't figure this out. Tell you what, let's do acrosses only. This is almost certainly overtake. This is almost certainly new money. So this looks like term iron. I'm on in on to something here's wrong. I want this to be APPENINE. Okay, like stop wasting everybody's time. All right, this I just don't know. This a crewmate for Among Us. I actually don't know what the hell that is. This is more math. This is Orange Otto, the orange Capetian and Icon. Yeah, I did not think it was going to be a Steve Albini band here. I shall say no more. Mitski song. I mean, I assume the bubbling thing is like a hint. Booby puppy, what is happening? Yes, Catherine, I was going to start constructing a crossword and right in front of everybody while they fell asleep, rolled their eyes, walked away. Those are the three things people usually do. All right, canonical conjugate time in mechanics. Time is money. Everybody knows that. Is that not it? Yes, Arctan. It is Arctan. You know, I went on a Virgin Voyages cruise and there was a guy called Sean the Gamer. Like he was supposed to be Gamer. There's like the this and the that and the whatever. There's like the stylish guy and the woman who is the great dancer and the gamer guy and there's a magician guy. But Sean, being a proud gay man, called himself Sean the Gamer with a Y. Now you know what you missed. When I flew to Puerto Rico, but I didn't know Selbor yet, so I didn't take him out to lunch. All right, Ben Zimmer, please quit talking about Virgin Voyages. We have to solve this puzzle. Thompson Twins, did I just listen to the Hold Me Now episode of Song Exploder yesterday? I actually did. What a great show. Does everybody know, speaking of Are You Talking to REM Remy, does everybody know the Song Exploder podcast? It is Ben Zimmer. I'm particularly speaking to you and whoever earlier said they liked XTC. What a cool podcast. Risha Cashierway, that maybe everybody knows about that show. It is so great. They take a song, they go to like whoever recorded it. Like this morning, driving to the office from my tennis game, I listened to the one about Seal's Kiss from a Rose. It was completely fascinating. Oh man, there's so many great songs in there. Go Your Own Way. You young kids with your Fleet Foxes and your Waves, you know, like you would know a lot more of the songs. But like there's a Billie Eilish one on there I started listening to. They're really good. So they go to the people who recorded the songs, who wrote the songs, like for Go Your Own Way, they got Lindsey Buckingham in there. They got Seal and his producer, Trevor Horn. So interesting. And like Seal was being managed by, the hell was his name? Don Malo, I forget. Ben, you probably know. He was buddies with movie director Joel Schumacher. And like they released, it's called Song Exploder. It's really worth a listen. I mean, there are so many, I mean, there's like, I don't know, 300 or more episodes. They're like under a half hour, or roughly a half hour. And like in the case of Seal's Kiss from a Rose, like he put it on an album and it didn't really do much. And it came out at like number 60 on the British charts. And then it quickly fell off the charts and that was it. But they knew they had a great song. And his manager was buddies with, I can't spit the guy's name up, but it doesn't matter. His manager was buddies with Joel Schumacher, who had just directed a Batman movie, Batman Forever. He tried to make the song work in like a love scene. It didn't work, but he loved the song. So he threw it on to the closing. Oh, no. Now I got to tie up the cord of my level or blinds because it's blowing around and making all kinds of noise. And it's getting annoying. Anyway, Joel Schumacher put the song on the closing credits of the Batman Forever movie, and the rest is history. Seal's Kiss from a Rose became a massive worldwide hit, and Seal is quite interesting in there. It's you got to listen to it. But he's like, you know, you got to be lucky. He said, yeah, sure, you make your own luck, but he's like, you have to be in the right place at the right time or know the right person. And he said, every singer should be lucky enough to have one song that is their huge signature hit song. And that was his. And it was, I happen to love that song. And all the pieces of that, or the pieces of the Thompson Twin song. Yeah, sorry, I'm giving my usual TED talk, but definitely give Song Exploder a try. Wow, if it isn't Assassinator X15. First time chatter, welcome. Give Kazword a try. Daily puzzle that just came out. It's like Wordle, but on an interconnected grid with words that point to one theme. I love that. I love that. Very good. I'm going to make a note of that. Kazword. I mean, our minds are expanding here. We just did that bomb party thing here the other day. That was fun. First time. Found it jklm.fun if you want to check it out. Jamaico, do I even need to tell my Heidi Klum story? I think everyone here is probably at risk of having heard it at a minimum because oh, Doctor, and Radio. Well, who said Radio? Blushing in the sky. Good for you. I mean, I got Hold Me Now on the brain. But yeah, they did have other hits such as Doctor, Can't You See I'm Burning. Ben, our new friend Jamaico Jeffries is a like hardcore Gen X, like 80s music stan, much like, well, I certainly am. Ben, I know you know that music. I don't know if you love it as much as I do, but in any case, but yeah, Thompson Twins, Ben Zimmer's favorite band, has their huge hit was Hold Me Now, but Doctor, another big hit. Did I see Thompson Twins at my second ever concert? I did. Culture Club. I was in 7th grade at the then Rosemont Horizon. Who opened? Thompson Twins. There were 3 of them. How could they be the twins? How could they be twins? I don't know. We just accept it and move on. Actually, before they were a trio, they were a 7-piece. But oh, the Thompson Twins guy lays down all of those, like the whole arc. It's pretty sweet. Actually, there was one fun thing about the song "Hold Me Now." His significant other, I forget his name. She wrote the lyrics and he was the singer. So she was like telling him what to sing at her about the relationship. It was pretty neat. Okay, let's land this plane and then we'll give Ben Zimmer the option. Sowing the Seeds of love that, but that was Tears for Fears. I mean, okay, wait, I gotta Hold Me Now, Hold My Heart, Stay With Me, Let Loving Start. Y'all, those are words to live by. All right, I'm gonna unshare the screen for just 1 second because our new friend Jamaico was so indulgent talking to me about all this pop culture miscellany that I will return the favor. So Jamaico, I was on the way to the Indian Wells Pro Tennis Tournament, actually. This is like 2013-ish. I think that actually was the year. And I had never been there. Indian Wells, it's Palm Springs area, huge pro tournament that actually just wrapped up last week. Udelka, why is this the area where we get stuck? When I start name dropping and telling stories about pop culture, that's always the area where we get stuck. No, yeah, you're right. Exactly, the lower left. We haven't seen all the clues yet, so hopefully it won't be any big deal. Anyway, so rather than just simply go straight to Indian Wells, I was meeting people there. I said people were coming from Arizona. I was like, I'm going to LA. I haven't been there in 10 years. I want to catch up with the friends who live in LA. The aforementioned Wake and Bake stoner pal of mine who lives in Bel Air. My law school friend actually stayed at his place. Yes, Udelka. Yes, I know you meant the southwest corner of the puzzle, but we haven't even seen all the clues. Okay. Anyway, I decided to go to Los Angeles, and I did, and I made the rounds, and it was great. And there's so many more stories there. The Simpsons table read that we went to, backstage at the Kimmel show, backstage at the Conan show. Those aren't name drops, they're show name drops. I have a bunch of friends from the Chicago comedy circles that are out there writing for these shows. But my friend who lives there, my friend Stephanie, no last names, went to UCLA because she wanted to work in Hollywood and work in TV and movies. And she did just that, graduated UCLA, stayed there, and has worked as a producer to this day. Well, I hadn't seen Stephanie in a while. Good friend, one of my fave friends from high school. She doesn't get back here much because her whole family is now in California. So I was like, Stephanie, let's get lunch and let's rattle around LA and do stuff. She literally drove me around. It was unbelievable. Palisades, Holmby Hills, Bev Hills, the Boo, you name it. We went there, Bel Air, and it was like riding on one of those Star Maps buses, or whatever, Star Tours, like tour buses. She's like, exactly, blushing. I mean, that's my brand. So literally she's like, you know, Kate Hudson, well, her brother Oliver just bought that house from Luke Perry. And like, it was nuts. Like she knew, because she's friends with half these people. Um, like you or I might see, um, who are her friends? She has a lot of them. We might see Rebecca Romaine Stamos in a Coffee Bean. No, she's like friends with her. She's the one she's sitting with in the Coffee Bean. Anyway, why am I yammering about this? Because we were talking about Song Exploder, Seal. Somebody said Heidi Klum. All you had to do was say Heidi Klum, and we took a 20-minute detour from the crossword. I said to Stephanie, I want to take you to like a fancy lunch at one of these celebrity restaurants, whether it's like the Ivy or Nobu or whatever. I haven't been to LA in 10 years. It doesn't count that we just saw like James Franco at the Kimmel show, because of course there's going to be celebs there. I want to see them in nature. Like I want to see like one of the big five on the African continent. And sure enough, I dragged Stephanie to Nobu Malibu, and who's there? Heidi Klum. She had just split up with Seal. She was like, I don't know how briefly, dating her like bodyguard. Yes. Catherine Wheel, anyone can go to Nobu. You eat the sushi, you sign a mortgage, and you leave. That's how it works. Nobu Malibu. Heidi Klum finishes her meal. She goes down to the beach below. It's like on stilts, like in the surf. It's like right on the water in Malibu. We look out there. She and this like monster, like meathead, like swole boyfriend are like essentially posing and preening. I mean, I don't think that's really like a beach that people go to. There were easily 12 or 15 paparazzi with their like pant legs rolled up, standing in the surf, like clicking their like, I mean, I don't know if this was like Heidi's way of like announcing that she was moving on from Seal, or I don't know what the arc was. Anyway, that all happened. And just think, if you hadn't said Heidi Klum in the chat, you wouldn't have all had to hear me talk about the brother of Kate Hudson. But that's what I do sometimes, y'all. Jamaica, that was for you. But I hope everyone, quote, enjoyed it. All right, Serena Williams. Do we even need to read the rest of this clue? Knocked down a drone with a tennis ball in one chapter of Randall Monroe's book, How to Absurd Scientific Advice for Common Real World Problems. I think that book literally was on the bedroom shelf of where I just stayed in Arizona, which is to say my parents' winter home. I did not even grab that book, but it was there. I would love to read that book. Wait, one last like celebrity thing. This is not a celebrity thing. I don't know this person, but Andre Agassi was featured in the Talk of the Town section at the front of the New Yorker magazine one year during the US Open. And he was doing like skill stunts for the crowd on the practice courts. Like they set up a series of tennis balls along the service line and he was serving balls into them. Well, for his big finale, he hit a tennis ball up in the air. Then he took another tennis ball. He hit it up at the first ball and he collided the two balls in midair. Which honestly, if Serena's drone was stationary, I think Agassi's one was like dramatically more difficult. But anyway. All right, let's wrap. Let's land this plane. Ben Zimmer, get your pancake makeup on. If you want me to knock out one or more of your puzzles tonight, right now, I'm happy to do it. Otherwise, we'll save them for tomorrow. I wanted this to be annoyed, and it is. Annoyed what I do to people when I talk about Heidi Klum for 40 minutes. Got one's goat. Sure. Is there like a pun here with got one's goat? Maybe not. Christopher Adams, are you still awake? Are you still here? Purple is to ace as green is to one flag. Are we talking about Lucky Charms? One flag has the color on the top, other has it on the bottom, which bothers you a lot more than it should. Ace, arrow, asexual, a romantic. I thought you were talking about the blue, white, and green flag of Sierra Leone, which aforementioned French tennis lefty Terence Atman wore in a good-natured trolling of Francis Tiafoe, whose parents actually come from there. Okay, Arctan have to leave for hosting. Yeah. Okay, I know. Arctan, you're very polite. Sorry for the detours. Sorry if I didn't mean to tie you up all day, but like, yeah, it is your puzzle. So, I mean, you almost have to stick around out of just politeness. Old-timey slang for a hoopster is a cager. Do we read the rest of it? Of course. Makes a lot more sense. The court used to be surrounded by wire fencing. That could be a cryptogram. Arctan, I would love to give you my byline if we put that in the newspaper. I am not allowed to do that. But you will have the fun of telling your friends that you wrote today's New York Times cryptogram. So there's that. Okay, guys, yeah, Jamaica, I know. Jamaica and I need both, we both stream in a similar way. We need a little provocation to just go off and see, but Jamaica, look, we're 2 hours deep and this is only like the fifth or sixth puzzle. That is not, that is, that's not a good enough pace. Is this a geyser bubbling from below? Sure. Is this energy? Clearly, Sri, Colombo. What nation is Colombo? Sri Lanka, I think. Hang on to my ego. Are we talking of, no, hang on to your ego is Ben Zimmer's favorite uh pseudonymous singer-songwriter, Frank Black. But of course it was to the tune of anyone. We've got some rock fans here. I'm sure people know that. Okay, this is ego, this is energy, and we're done. And it's filled correctly as we see at the lower right. But I want to read this. Hang on to my ego. Everything is coming loose tonight. Souls lyric. Okay. Car seat headrest, 0. Okay. Okay. Christopher, well done. Exactly, Ben. I know there's an answer to my rock and roll trivia questions. Everyone who gets that just got it. Everyone who doesn't, I've talked way too much about the thuggish boyfriend of Heidi Klum to spend more time on that. Great puzzle, Christopher Adams. Well done. Loved it. Loved it. I am going to stop the share. Ben Zimmer, I think you've had enough time to make up your mind. Would you like me to do a little? Yes, Udelka. Christopher is. Oh, Chris, you're welcome. Thanks for the great puzzle. That was awesome. I really like. Oh yeah, I gotta revisit your site. I want to do more of those. I mean, geez, if you have that touch words was awesome. We only did the one. Okay. Oh my God. Ben Zimmer appears to have made up his mind because he has emailed me 3 puzzles: Slate and a Wall Street Journal 21X and a stumper. I have thoughts here, Ben. Ben, I don't know if are you available tomorrow, or do you want this to be like the time you're here? The clue for fuck around was, with 32 across, more vulgar alternative to sowing/reaping mimetically. Okay, Ben, here's my thought. Let's do a downs only slate and a stumper. And then, because that 21X is large, maybe I don't know how hard your puzzle was in the Wall Street Journal with Brendan. If it was of moderate difficulty, we could maybe maybe try that thing downs only. I don't know how long it'll take, but I mean, we could start with that and then have the luxury of like more time. Yeah, I'm thinking like, well, I'm not doing the stumper downs, not without Max or some other like rock star on the actual Zoom with me or whatever. I think doing the stumper in a stumperish fashion is the move. And I might even indulgently call it like a red light situation. Wait, I download all attachments. It didn't even. Oh, these were the crosswords that were already on there. I haven't done this. Okay, save file. Got it. Doesn't everyone enjoy hearing me talk to /@ my Gmail? All right, open these puzz files. Okay, Ben Zimmer, meet everyone. Everyone meet Ben Zimmer. Look at all the people. Wow, we have a lot of lurkers here tonight. For those of you who don't know, our friend Ben Zimmer, or America's linguist, as some have called him. But I think we all need to acknowledge he has the world's greatest nickname, Vocab Calloway. Ben Zimmer is a wonderful word expert, a frequent crossword constructor in places like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Slate, Puzzmo, and elsewhere. But Ben is also a language expert and a language writer. Ben wrote the language column in the Wall Street Journal for 10 years. I learned so much from him. I continue to learn from him. But for tonight's purposes, Ben is a crossword writer. Let's warm up with this is the MIDI, that's Slate MIDI. Okay, let's get X word back on the screen. Well, is downs only going to be too hard for me? Let's fuck around and find out. This is, Ben writes a MIDI, like a 9 or 11X crossword for Slate on the regular, 11X. I am going to hide the across clues. And we are, oh, I swear I didn't see one across. We, chat, do me the favor of, okay, let's put the red light on because stop Zimmer time. I indulgently would like to try to knock these things out solo. We'll see how it goes. That's the red light. However, Tested, thank you for joining. Appreciate you one and all. Thank you, lurkers, chatters. Tested, you were great. You were the source of both correct answers and amusement, and that goes for all of you. We've had like a super robust chat box here lately. Super spoiled. Love the comradeship. Love the like-minded crossword people in here. Ladavi seems to have woken up again. Ladavi, what time is it in Scotland? Not midnight yet. Red light spells, but exactly. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. You can solve your crosswords with all of us. All right. This is, okay, Ben, this is themeless or themed? Or you know what? Don't even tell me. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3 spanners. These could be themed or maybe not. We don't know. Ben, don't tell me. I'm going to pretend I just opened up Slate. All right, so the Skull and Swords is the LA, or no, Las Vegas Raiders. So if we're going abbreviation like NFLer, I'm going to say LVR maybe for Las Vegas Raiders. Don't know. Okay, you're so busted. Love that clue. I don't see it. Cloister Sister presumably will have none of that. Meet the, I mean, it could be that, and then he just like rips Drake's parents, but Drake, what's his last name? Like Schwartzbaum? Isn't Drake Jewish or half Jewish or something? I guess that's my way of saying I'm not cool enough to know anything about Kendrick Lamar. I'm 90% sure Kendrick Lamar is not a New York Knick. Jamaica, I got the red light on, the red circle, because I want to see whether I can solve a Ben Zimmer MIDI downs only. And you're about to see the same thing happen with his New York Newsday Saturday Stumper. However, we have done a bunch of group solving. Before you got here, we were doing like a yellow light, meaning everyone can play, but first let me get a first look at it. Okay. Blank check. Well, is it a Bill Simmons heat check? Is it a reality check? It's none of those things. I am not wild about this actually, but all right, on we go. Pickleball shots. Tennis or GTFO, y'all? Are these dinks? Are they? I know literally, virtually, nearly nothing about pickleball. Was I in the tennis court at 6:30 this morning? Yep. There was no pickleball happening though. This could, I want this to be like an AME church, but of course we need a word. Saint. I don't have it. I don't have it. I want this to be still here. I just don't think this is going to be the answer, especially A, nobody would say that, and B, the word I is in the clue. Ben, you have taken a commanding lead over me on this puzzle. It's going to be all the clues o'clock, or maybe the first thing I'll like turn the green light on before we look at all the clues. But so far, etc. This in 7 letters is presumably an e-reader. Yeah, blushing. I think I've done that. Airbnb listing is not a hostel. I don't think. I don't like an H in that spot. A condo, a house, a rental. Maybe it doesn't have to be specifically a type of real estate. Those letters look fine. Is 19 across nada like Sarah that we saw earlier? We'll find out. Okay, these are, well done, Ben. Ben is a huge tennis head. Ben can usually be found babbling about French lefty Terence Atman and older than him, French lefty Adrian Manarino. But even I know that Naomi Osaka is from Osaka. Nice one, Ben. Hideo Nomo, I did not know. I mean, of course, I knew he was Japanese. I did not know him to be from Osaka. I hope to be there a year from this September. I am tentatively planning / hoping to go. visit my friend Jason in Tokyo, go on like a group trip to Osaka and on to Hiroshima from Tokyo. But for now, we'll just focus on Ben's crossword. Very nice. Was Hideo Nomo not the guy on the mound when Fernando Tatis hit 2 grand slams in the same inning against the Dodgers? I think Nomo weirdly was still like on the mound. The same pitcher served up both of those balls, but I think it was Nomo both times, which is like insane. But anyway, yes, it is like the big red spot of Jupiter. Okay. Grammarian's gripes. Ben, what would you know about grammar? Chan-Ho Park. I knew he had a 4-letter last name. Yeah, that sounds about right. But it was the Dodgers, wasn't it? Did Park also pitch for the Dodgers? And wait a minute, with a name like Park, he might have been Korean. I am getting him mixed up with Nomo. Jamaica, speaking of crazy airports, meet our friend Udelka. She is in St. Martin. What is it? The Princess Beatrice Airport is insane. Okay, it's not pleonasms. It's not errors. Misuse of a vowel, misuses, that could be right. Don't know. Striking effects. Lightning. Princess Juliana. Isn't that what I said? No. Udelka, you want to tell everybody about the airport? I already yammered about Heidi Klum and Nobu Malibu for a year. Striking effects. CGI. Is it when you go on strike? Is it a baseball strike? I feel like it's like lightning strike CGI. Udelka, how dare you remind everybody that of something that happened 10 seconds ago? Yeah, no, I'm guilty as charged. It was my misuse. Yeah, that airport is crazy. It is the apparently #1 tourist attraction on the island of St. Martin, which itself is like pretty neat. All right, I don't have it. Is that for me? Pour moi? Would anyone besides Miss Piggy say that? Oh wait, is that it for me? Am I done? Or is it a sea anemone? No. Am I done? I think gets it done. Is that Jimmy Kimmel at 20 across? I really am starting to think so. Dior fragrance with a lovely name. Jolie. Yes, Udelka. Yes. It is the Jet Blast. Yeah, when they turn the engines on, it is insane. It like attacks you all with sand, like 1,000 tiny little knives. Or when the planes land, they're like 2 feet over your head. It is crazy. All right, striking effects are, don't have it. Meet the, presumably, this is an S. It could be like meet the fam or whatever. This is a Y. Is this a realty check? You would walk away from a closing with a realty check, reality? Don't have it. All right, have we seen this clue yet? No. Ratch feelings, itches. Way easier when you have one of the letters. Jimmy Kimmel. Something home. I like an I or an L here. Any other letters? Is it still me? ATI blank R. A tier. It's not home because it's not AODA. I love still me in the spot. The problem is that it just doesn't fit the clue. Something I haven't left yet. Something time. I haven't left yet. It's not time. I don't think not time is going to work. What's 13 across? Jimmy Fallon, Conan O'Brien is 11 letters. Wait a minute. A buck is a raider. This is Conan O'Brien. Boom. All right, what's 26? Is it Stephen Colbert? Is it late night shows? Is it? It's not the other Jimmy. This is the Cone Dog. Do I even need to say anything about Conan? I've lobs, sure. Did I hit a lob in the tennis court today? Occasionally, not much. It was more of a power game situation. First name, first word. Everybody but me is saying this to their computer right now. I haven't left yet. I'm home still. Man, I want this to be still me. Is this Beck's Loser, Ben Zimmer's favorite recording artist at 6 across? Is it O'Hare, my beloved O'Hare Airport at 12? Only Ben Zimmer knows. Is it email me? Well, that helps a great deal, these late night people, but what is Oscar hosts, y'all? Oscars hosts. Ben Zimmer, as if ripped from today's headlines. Exactly. Conan and Naomi Osaka. Honestly, Naomi Osaka, maybe not my favorite. And I mean, of all the players, our friend, yet another puzzly Ben, trivia Ben, of all the players Ben Rothenberg could have written, like spent a year or two writing a book about, I mean, good for him, but I don't know that I would have picked Osaka to write a book about. But God bless Ben Rothenberg. Was I just texting with him today about tennis? Yep. Sure was. That's that. This is that. This is this. And on we go. I want this to be joyeux, but that would be joyous in French would be spelled like that. But if there's an O here, then maybe it is, well, La Joconde, Joconde, is Mona Lisa. The painting is La Joconde, but that doesn't answer this clue. And it's 7 letters. Udelka, I'm sure you know plenty that I don't. Striking effects could be like strikeout, like strike through. I want this to end in an S. Looks like it might work with that other S. Flat tire fixer is AAA. That will definitely help. 25 across, clearly on CD. Election. Oh, speaking of, we just went from reductress back to the onion. Election night blank shifts position so everyone can see results come in. Is this an anchor? Is it a host? Election night. Map. What is this? Orca? Ben, did you have an Orca for your local news host? Is this something other than on CD? It almost has to be on CD. I'm confident enough that I will leave that there, but I don't see. Like everybody here is yelling at their screen. I know everybody knows it. Sorry, y'all. I know you all know it. Striking effects are like strike through, blue pencil. Move positions is key. Talking about this. Election night something. Oh, no, I was going to say like your political positions. I'm thinking of like an anchor sitting in front of like an electoral map. Ladavi, I know. I feel the correct judgment of your shaking of the head. All right, let's go back up here. You're so busted. Every time I stop talking, it gets easier. And yet, if I don't talk, no one's going to. Oh ho, because this has to be Uhura at 11. I assume it's like Star Trek. Sanity check, y'all. Bonus, meet the bongs, meet the grandma. I don't think that is going to be an N at 15 across. Oscars hosts, are there puns? Multiple puns. See, of course, as usual, everybody but me knows what's going on. Is this a Miata? Striking effects, what? Lens flares? Is this meet the? So are you saying this is Ivanhoe, Ladavi? Sir Francis Drake. Meet the Graham.
Grandmama, are we talking Larry Johnson? You know what I'm talking about. Jamaica, you know my Gen X culture. I want it to be Miata. Something here is not working out very well, however. All right, I am getting, okay, chat, it's getting to be, help me out, o'clock. Let's not look at any across clues, but if you have any thoughts, any right answers, any guesses on the downs, rather than sit here and fumble around for 40 minutes, which I've been known to do, I think I've wasted all the extra time we have on my incredible story about Heidi Klum. All right, let's set an informal goal. Let's knock this thing out together, and then I will do Ben's Saturday Stumper, and we'll try to land this plane in under 3 hours. That gives us 34 hours. Drake's actual name is 18. Ooh, impacts. Ooh, I like that. That is effects, not special effects, just simply when something strikes them. Well done, Steven Staff. You're definitely onto something. Is this I Spy SB a lovely name? Ladavi loves 20 down as a clue. Orgy. Oh my God. Incredible. Well done. Never getting that. I was like Orca or GTFO. Is that read tag? Essay, j'adore, y'all. J'adore this clue and answer combo. Grandma, I was kind of in the neighborhood. I don't like this NISS particularly. Lobs, Osakan, Sanity. I have no idea what NISS is. Maybe there's something grand. No, I don't like it because I don't like MIDTA. I like the rest of these letters. Asps. Grams. Yeah, is that Drake's real name? Foggy Broom. In the spirit of pity, Foggy Broom, only the latest lurker to shake his head sadly and become a chatter. What's up, Foggy? Foggy, I was just in your home state. And you know, Aubrey Graham. Foggy, I would have loved to run you down. But in my 7 days there, I saw 3 friends, one from high school, one from, who else did I catch up to? Oh, one recent friend from a cruise. And I ran out of time to see further friends whom I don't know as well, such as you and my tennis buddy, Jay. All right, cool story, bro. Now I can't remember Jason, Ben, I saw Jason Meyerowitz in Arizona. I guess we probably talked about that last week. Okay, Aubrey Graham. Yeah, that's about as rap cred of a name as Ben Bass is. By which I mean they both are extremely. All right, is this O'Hare? And if so, wait, Foggy said Maine. Yes, our sister of Bobby Orr. Trey Ben, you're using my favorite words. Is this still me? Still me. I haven't left. Oh, still me. I haven't left it. Okay. That makes sense. I was not thinking of it in the right sense. Ben Zimmer, great puzzle. I dare say it would have been a little faster if I had just simply, you know, used all the clues. Let's take a quick look at the clues. Try to finish the stream in under 3 hours. That gives us 31 minutes to knock out Ben's New York Newsday Saturday Stumper. Puff pieces, bongs, sure. Beck, loser. Did I not say that? In the time of the chimpanzees, I was a monkey. I think that's the first line. My time is a piece of wax falling on a termite who's choking on the splinters. Soy unpaired a door. Take it away, Jamaica. You're the Gen X guy here besides me and Ben. And maybe Foggy. Foggy, you're a mere child compared to us, I'm sure. Sci-fi linguist. Oh, Ben, you're knocking out the linguists. Exactly. Jamaica knows a lot about music. I learned on his stream. Farm Outre. Sure. Monorail. So, children, monorail is a compound word. Mono meaning one, and rail meaning rail. Hiss. Back off from a cat. Sure. LA Times. LAT. Latin. Okay. Miata. Japanese two-seater X Osakans. I like it. Alan of the Four Seasons. We didn't talk about Alan Alda earlier. All right, for the trivia file, Alan Alda, starring in MASH, was nominated for a Best actor Emmy in all 11 seasons, and he won twice. Ted Danson, starring in Cheers, was nominated for a Best Actor Emmy all 11 seasons, and he won twice, y'all. How do you like that? Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, okay. Now the 26 is going to refer to the earlier ones, of course. Win Ben Sign's Money, Millionaire, sure. Asps, as in Egypt was troubled by the horrible. Indiana Jones, sure. A tier. S tier is better than A. That's interesting. I know that. You had me at Dua on CD, sure. Wow, this one's for the Gen Xers, y'all. Oscars hosts, sure. Retag, yep. Inoki Mushroom, I hadn't even seen that yet. Essay, course, so on. Good one, Ben Zimmer. Good one, I say. We're gonna keep the red spot. Wow, if I go down here, the red spot disappears. And then it reappears. Wow, we could just move this around all day, but no, we got more important things to do. The Newsday Saturday Stumper. Please join us tomorrow at around this time, or maybe a little earlier, when we attack Ben Zimmer's other recent stuff. Is it a Sunday puzzle in the Wall Street Journal, or is it like a weekend type situation? Okay, I'm using all the clues. Red light stays on. And on we go. Experimental outfit. Weekend, exactly. The Weekend Journal. Yep, that's what I thought. They don't do 7 days. But you do like a Sunday-sized grid. Tours, clearly this is something French, can be viewed from it. Red light stays on, please, friends. Please let me solve this one solo, because as always, this is a mano a mano, Ben v. Ben situation. Can be viewed from, oh, I don't know, Paris. No, I think Tours is too far north in France. Could be this. Could be Mont Saint Michel. All right, on we go. Serena? No. This is gonna be like, is this like an Anastasia Steele situation? Who wrote those stupid books? I don't remember. Don't tell me. Ugh. I want to say Stephanie Meyer, and that's Twilight. Books that I will equally never read. How wings often arrive with celery sticks. Don't have it. What else did he do? We did this. Let's see. Well, that was when Trump was sworn in. I don't have it. It's true, Ladabi, it's true. You know me. All right, with another letter or two, we should be able to figure out this caramel month. Is this, well, the Boy Scouts of America have been renamed like Scouting America because it's now like open to all genders. Is that the deal? Which is my way of saying I have no idea what this is. Not to be scouting related at all. All right, who was a big director a couple years ago? I mean, it definitely could be him, but did he have a big movie 2 years ago? Bong Joon-ho, when did Parasite win? It's been more than a couple years. We'll get this with another letter or two. We'll get this. A hazmat suit. Definitely could be this. That. This is something that McCain would be more likely to have done in 2008. Don't have it. I am going to take a quick break from talking. I invite you to solve along with me in your minds, or feel free to chat in the chat box. Please don't say any answers. But when I
don't shut up. It gets hard. And if I'm gonna stick to we might not make our 3 hour target, but if I'm gonna knock this thing out in the next 25 minutes and say goodbye, I need to shut up because this puzzle's too hard for me to talk through. Oh, I don't know that. See, I can't do it when I talk. Now, this might be wrong, but it's a plausible guess. Lars von Trier, whose real name is Lars Trier. When he's not being pretentious, don't know. I want this to be this, but there's not room enough for that to be right. Briscoe, how are you? Briscoe, we're on a red light. I know you've already solved this entire thing in your mind because you're that smart. Christopher Adams, who was just here? I mean, I don't know. Yes, the Ben Stumper, Jason and the Argonauts. No, they stole the fleece from maybe her. Is this? Directional. There's a name for that, and I don't know what it is. Brownish green. Are we talking university? Are we just like a quadrangle or a diag on a campus? Green, like tuition money, something brown. Don't know. Raiders teams could be that. Plural. This could be like that. Okay, you got your first generation. I think they're both 5 letter words. I think this is like the first generation. And then it's like a Mario Wario situation. I forget the, and that would really help. I could use some letters. This? Is it that? I want this to be Oreos. Is this an S? Wait, I thought we weren't talking. Why are you guys talking into my microphone? Like to make a coin? Yeah, that's an I. That's probably right. This is probably plural. Yep. Plum gigs could be right. Too bad I can't remember this. I don't see it very often. I don't like this honestly much. This is some sort of baby animal. That's that. Then this is rare. All right, what kind of baby animal are we talking about, if I'm right? Calves, lambs. Well, if this is an S, then what's this? That? I mean, Ben, it probably was a venue. Why didn't you put that in? Where was the last US Winter Olympics? Salt Lake City? Is it Vail, Colorado? I don't know. Don't have that either. This, maybe? That seems incredibly specific, but I guess it could be like a 7-Eleven variant, a Wawa, if you will. Oh man, I want this to be pieces out, in which case we're talking about this.
this, that. This. Would you not tow a barge? And if so, what is this? Wow, no clue. I don't. All right, a few more letters. Hopefully we'll be able to get that whole thing. Order in the court is something, some sort of code. I want this to be like an honor code. Oh, PS, if this is probably an O. This, I think these words are probably right. Well, a stop sign is an octagon. And it's not a button. I don't know, an Eggo waffle probably. Is this a monsoon? No, places aboard loads on. Is this the onion? And now I'm Ogden, Utah, of course. Now I need to close the door that I opened earlier. It was too hot in here. Now it's getting breezy and chilly. I think that is known as the circle of life. Down go the levelers. All right, Ben, you can only stall for so long. Do this. Let's land this plane, y'all. Let's land this barge. Stick in the mud is a read. This is a legal code. I was a neighborhood. Can't find the word break here. Nope, don't have it. Eagle-eyed. I wanted this to be an E, but what is going on? A la King. Fair enough. Shaquille O'Neal. Interception is a steal. Sure. Went through 8. The potable. I'll follow the sun. Ben, it's a Beatles song. You've probably never heard of the Beatles. They're a band. They play rock music, which is a style of music that sort of derives from the blues, which is another style of music that sort of originated in the American South. Ben, you have so much to learn. All right, what is this? Follow the sun. Is it a pale ale? Is it? I don't have it, but it should be reasonably gettable, right? No pro is anti. India pale ale. Ben, are you doing some kind of nutty rebus? How dare you? I don't think this is Indian ale, maybe? Sisters who became stars. Some sort of nuns? Serena and Venus? Ben, I know you love that Sister Act movie with Whoopi Goldberg. In fact, I know it's your favorite movie, but please don't be so cutesy in the stumper. Llama like. No clue. Something care. Yep. Bill collection site. Pez. Every clue is either Pez or not Pez. I prefer the clues that are Pez. A pew, like when they collect money at church, that's probably it. Howard, oh my God, this is like, I mean, tomorrow was when Ben and I were planning to stream his crosswords. I just, I had like a good time slot open. I decided to start streaming and it turned into like, I mean, look at all these great people. Howard, how are you? Be a very big help. Howard, we're on a red light. Look, Howard Barkin, everybody's favorite crossword guy, lovely man. Howard, oops. Howard, how are you? It's been a sec. How's life? Nigel in Ireland. Everybody but me is clearly seeing the answer to that. Although I don't love this V. I want this to be Trifor, and yet All right, rural deliveries are like some sort of TV, like direct TV, because they're far away and they don't have cable, but why would it be plural? Square button, stop as in like at the town square, that actually could be right. Although I don't like the O here. I just think this is weird as a plural. Can't justify it with the plural, but I think that is a respectable guess. I don't know, the Dems perhaps? Noodle holder, your cranium, a spoon, a spork. I think this is an S. Oh, Howard Barkin really knows this, and I don't. Not too bad. Could be this. Such an interesting clue. Apologizes to America. Oh no, that would have been 2008 for subjecting us to the risk of an idiot president who is a threat to everyone. Oh, how cute that we once thought that she was the worst possible, blah, blah, you get it. Actually, I think George W. Bush was like, it was more the threat of how bad she could be. All right, op-ed over, or as they now call them in the New York Times, guest essay. How soaps are made on a daily basis, like as the world turns. Unwisely, is this a Y? Prince and the Pauper pen. I mean, Twain. Oh no, he wrote a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. Did he write this deal? I mean, is it a sty? I'm not seeing that either. I'm not doing very well. Ganders or peeps? Are they looks? Is this a K? Killed, Ben, you are way out ahead of me on this thing. I don't think you would say Indian ale. Where to find one's footing. Wings often arrive. They often arrive with wings. Celery sticks, carrot sticks, wet naps. I did it, Ben. I figured out your answer. Um, could that could that chips and ale? Fish and chips tends to be cod, maybe? An ace bandage. I could be entirely wrong with all of these guesses. In fact, let's be like eased into. It's getting to the point where I've seen just about all the clues, and that is not good for me, like at all. Oh, I don't know. An order of the British Empire. I'm not wild about that. Medal of Honor. I mean, Patton was American. Wasn't Sergeant York? Was he Canadian? Well, I'm getting smoked. And what really hurts is that it's easier for me to solve these things when I just solve them like without talking, like on my phone. But I'm doing so badly here that I think I might have not done great if I had just simply solved it or tried to solve it. I mean, usually I just knock out the Saturday stumper every week without too much trouble on my phone. I want this to be Adams. The Shades of Grey, Anastasia Steele is the character. And the books, of course, were written by Amy Adams, noted actress Amy Adams. How Wings Often Arrive. Banana, like buy something, what you'd expect a giving type to keep. Close, something care. Something card. Thank you, Ben. 25 across is no pro, okay? Is that the element nobelium or is that NB? No pro could be that. I don't think it's gonna be something like amateur. Now I want this to be like a summer ale. Man, I'm less than halfway done. To ask the chat for help now would be a little embarrassing, frankly. This I don't know. All these video game kids in here know that one. Tour can be viewed from the Loire River, presumably. A giving type would keep some sort of card. Is this right? What did McCain do? Retire. I don't love these letters. I mean, I want this to be like equine. Wait, let's see this. Is this? Something pad. X pad, a T pad. Is that like with the plus shape? Yeah, like the NES. Ugh, a D pad. There's a name for that. A donor card, I guess. Be a very big help. Down, do welfare. Square button is super weird. Snap could be, no. Let's get back here. Like something is wrong. Like maybe, well, if Loire is right, then lab coat is probably right. I have not spent enough time thinking about this, clearly. Boneless wings, boned wings, bone in. All right, let's try this. And no pro is this. Foster's ale. If I knew more about beer, I would be in such better shape here. I don't like beer. I don't like the taste. This is this. Oh, a memoir. Wait, she was dead. How is it a memoir if she's dead? There's no way she was still alive. I don't think, is there? All right. Ares, that's plausible as a Greek myth thing. I couldn't say Was it? Oh, it was a ram. Oh, okay. That's okay. Was the golden fleece cut off of the ram? I guess that's very plausible. All right. Crossword solver, it's 15. All right. How long have we been going? We got 4 minutes left. We are going to cross the Rubicon, the 3-hour Rubicon. Ben, how dare you? Embarrass me in front of all these people. All right, this is this. Llama like is her name is on the cover. Well, look, if it isn't my three favorite animals, a rabbit, a chick, and another chick. Welcome, rabbit. I can't even try to pronounce it. Check. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for joining. Welcome in. The big red circle is not only celebrating Jupiter's great red spot, it is the red light, meaning everyone is invited to watch me fail to solve this thing. I'm going solo. Please, no hints or help in the chat. Until I ask for it, I'm really staggering around. I don't know, Ben, what time's our game tomorrow? Is it 8:30 Eastern? That means I only have 25 more hours to stumble around. Rabbit, chick, are you a puzzle person, a trivia person? What's your story? Tell us or don't as you prefer. Love to. Count me in. Let's have fun is 11 letters. Now I want this to be like a nationality. It's not noob as in N-O-O. I think this might actually be right, even though it's ugly. But what? It's not equine. It's not. I want this to be like some sort of like a wheat ale. Quizzy Den viewers also watch. Yeah, when you want to take a break from watching a really smart solver crush a puzzle, you can come over here and watch whatever this is. But no, thank you for joining. Be a very big help. I want this to be down. I mean, is this? I can't imagine. I mean, maybe this is a director's name. I don't know because I want this to be down or do wonders about that. I was not seeing a 7-letter word. Coveted roles. Roles. Oscar roles. If this is DirecTV, that could be right. I still stop button. I mean, this is so ugly that something here might be wrong. Problem is, places a board, loads on. I mean, I want this to be like LADE, but no, no, no. All right, this looks like an E or an H. All right, I got it. I mean, you got your carrot sticks, you got your ranch dressing, you got your celery sticks, and yet I want this to be India Pale. Oh, we haven't seen this yet. All right, now everything's gonna change, y'all. Name in March 1945 headlines. Well, I think FDR came in 40. No, FDR died. Didn't Truman come in 44? Oh, I don't know. Hitler. I think Hitler was born around then. The only Hitler that we're dealing with right now. Well, I just feel like VJ Day was in like the summer, so what? Hmm. Is it her again? She's everywhere. I mean, Ben, is this as hard as I'm making it look? What kind of feedback did you get from people? It's a real conversation killer when I just talk to the puzzle and I just stop. I feel like this is harder than average. I mean, when you started writing Saturday Stumpers, I was crushing those things. Joint protector could be a prison guard. It could be like a roach clip. Yeah, this is, to my mind, this is, now I'm talking a lot. So again, it's harder than usual, but I just feel like this is harder than I've seen from you or most people in these things. Okay, we haven't seen all the clues, thank God. That's a dog breed. This is a blonde ale, like blonde redhead, Ben Zimmer's favorite band. This is from the New York Newsday newspaper. Their crosswords generally on the easy side. I think it tends to be a little easier than the New York Times, but then on Saturday, their trademark move is to go like ultra difficult. Sisters who became stars, nuns. I don't know, Jan, Cindy, and Marcia Brady. Sisters, the Andrews Sisters, Ben Zimmer's favorite band. Ben, I'm back doing it again. Soaps are made. This is LY. This could be an L. This could be your skull. I said cranium. And if this is a Y, Prince in the Pauper Pen. I mean, feels British. Like, that's not it. Pen would be what with the YE? Just an S. Yeah, we knew that was an S. This. Oh, a sty is like a pig pen, but not with an E. Doesn't have to be a Y, I guess. Prince and the Pauper. You got your rich kid. You got your poor kid. But what's with the pen? Is it like a quill pen? Everybody but me is seeing the answers. That's so sad. All right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna shut up. Every time I shut up, good things happen. I mean, at a minimum, me shutting up is a good thing that happens. Do wonders could be wrong, actually. Solid ground, y'all. Shut the F up. I I unfuck around and I unfind out. If I just shut up. Yeah. Even if I, well, still can't type even if I shut up. This is Vifor. Try to win. Like woo someone. No idea what's going on here, which is really would help. Trebled. Troubled. Let's go back where good things are happening, like right here. Idi Amin, y'all. Howard, I'll see you in Stanford, I believe. Oh yeah, are you on like on the judging crew this year? Two-toed llama, much like a three-toed sloth, except with a different number of toes. Still have no clue. Moderates. Hosts. I feel like this is a decent chance of being right. And yet, why does everything look so weird? All the soaps Ben Zimmer and I love to watch and talk about are made daily. They're also made cheaply. Wait, we got a lot of letters here. That two-toed might just be the can opener we need. Problem is, there seems to be some wrong letters here. I love blonde ale. I mean, as an answer. They arrive with wings. As in like Zuzu's petals. This is one of those streams that like it's gonna sit there on the VOD and people are gonna like queue it up, fast forward to 30 minutes and go, oh my God, he barely got any more words in the last half hour. How sad. Okay, so if I was right and try to win sue for, this had to be an S. All right, so if this is, I still want this to be some kind of baby animal, like eaglets, for example, would fit here, but I don't think of that as rural. I'm thinking of like a farm or a ranch, like piggies, Ben Zimmer's favorite Beatles song. Square button. I just can, if I shut up for 10 minutes, I might figure this out. I don't like this particularly. What else is it gonna be? I don't like this NIR. This Do Wonders is starting to look good, but risotto desserts. Okay, we didn't spend any time thinking about this. Nigel's Irish kin. Ay, ay, ay. An Irish name. Tip of my tongue. Rory McIlroy. Well, I usually like to like say regularly, welcome lurkers, welcome chatters. I guess in this case, I'll say lurkers. I see we continue to have first timers rolling through here. I'm so sorry you have to see this. Me staggering around, not my best work. Honestly, not a great look, but nonetheless, enjoy having y'all with me along for the ride. I'm getting absolutely smoked by our friend Ben Zimmer's puzzle. Because he's a sadist and an evil man, Ben is actually in the chat box watching me. Watching me face plant. I think the score is in football terms is like 42-10 at this point. Ben, you're running up the score. I hope you're proud of yourself. How dare you? Well, in the last week, I've had Greek food, Indian food, other food. None of it is helping me. I want this to be who something. Guess I got to take this out because I hate it so much. Do wonders, is do wonders actually wrong? I like the S. Do worlds for someone? I don't see what else this could be. Oh, Idi Amin. So often in the 20th century was a problem. Well, for me today, he was also a problem. Got progressively hopeful. Rubbed a lamp. Something up. What is with this pen? I mean, if this is past tense, then maybe we're looking at that. Oh, this is absolutely brutal. I have no chance of getting this. Even if I had all 5 letters, I wouldn't know if it was right. Which is a killer because there's just It's just not a lot of ways to get in here. Guess we gotta get rid of that. Take a gander, take a look. Moderates. Doses now, and it is clearly not right. It's not sky, and it's not style, sky. It's not sky or sty. This is clearly right. Crosses the, could this actually be wrong? My God. Has to be right. That's when he wouldn't let Trump kill Obamacare. Now I want it to be some two-word phrase like by hand. All right, Howard said he had this, and it doesn't mean I can get it. If Howard, I don't know. I guess I can recommend a bunch of them because according to the tennis club scale today, I am moving in the wrong direction weight-wise. I'm like skinny fat. I'm like a skinny guy with like what was starting as a bike tire and it's turning into like a tractor trailer tire. Okay, this is that, y'all. Still don't know what's going on here. Unless it's like the Isle of Skye, and I just cannot see that being right. Could have some wrong letters here, but we gotta move on. Could be this. Ah, Ben, how dare you? Did I not say that earlier? I think I actually did. Wet naps. All right, fair enough. I said it spiritually. Chips, cod, I said that too. Joint protector, anterior cruciate ligament. Am I really? Am I ACL? Lib. What does it be? Lipped out like a pun. Got progressively hopeful. Libbed out, like became liberal. Ay vey. Well, if this is this, I mean, is that rural? Ben, did you slaughter bald eagles on your ranch? All this time I thought you were a good guy. What is living out is yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ben, you and your kids with the Billie Eilish and the Riz, I can't keep up with your slang. This man, this should be gettable. It ain't rom-com anything. Ah, why did you guys all try to tell me it was eaglets? It clearly was never going to be right. Ending with the letter V and going DirecTV for an hour probably was not a great idea. Coveted roles are doubled. What is this square button stop? Is it me or is this like, I don't know. Everybody here, but oh, square as in like when you pay with a credit card? Or stop on a remote. Oh, sure, like the two triangles is fast forward. Okay, you got me. That is completely legit. You got me. I mean, it's very cruel of you to embarrass me in front of 600,000 viewers, but you know, you do you, Ben. Is it redoubled? Is it doubled? Is it Steve Naive? Of what band was he in? Was he in Tom Petty and the Heart? No, he was in Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Ben Zimmer's favorite band. Which is crazy because I was about to say Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers was Ben Zimmer's favorite band. Ben can't decide what his favorite band is because if you listen to this, Ben, I really haven't been doing it lately, but I have long made a habit of saying like somebody mentions Miley Cyrus, I'll be like, oh, Ben Zimmer's favorite, you know, pop star. Um, is this a hero sandwich? Is this a superhero? Is it an evil plot? Has anyone else besides me been listening to Radio OTA? Play old tapes of Superman. Check out this guy's Twitch stream. Not now. God forbid you leave now. We're almost done. All right, this is not Niles. It could be Niels. All right, this is, wait, we haven't seen this. Have we? I don't remember seeing this clue. Maybe we did. Courage slowdowns. How would anything doubled be a slowdown? Yeah, check out Radio OTA. 2 nights a week, that guy plays like old time radio, like Superman from the 1940s. It's pretty great. Raiders team. I had SWAT team earlier. Is it just simply the feds? Force. I feel like something plot's got to be good. Is this a V? I mean, the Ivies are a group of schools that includes Brown. And yet, I don't see that being right. I feel like the green is some sort of money. And yet, what's with the brown? Don't know. Let's try this, even though I think it's wrong. And what if it's right? I'm becoming progressively hopeful that we're going to finish this beast. Something here's wrong. Like an Oscar bait type role. This, I can't imagine what that is besides Trier, but let's stick with the stuff we know is right. Destitute. Well, once you get past my typo, oh yeah, I had an S from Niels. I like Niels better than I like destitute, although let's go dissolute and Nile, y'all. Fanfare doubled. All right, where are my typos? I'm sure I have many. Nisei looks fine. Evil plot looks pretty good. Dissolute, far from upright, is clearly right. Shortening and sweet candies. Oh, etc, like etc, is found in sweet candies, like there. Ben, how dare you? Okay, we're almost done. This is net clear for keeping, like the money you actually earn from gross to net. Got it. DSC. Oh yeah, yeah. Doesn't it feel like hours ago? Oh my God, thank God the clock isn't on. I think we might have been doing this puzzle for even like more than 10 minutes. All right, this is some sort of like honorary, like, I don't know, military honorific, yeah, yeah. Distinguished Service Cross. So what, like the Queen gave it to Patton even though he was American or whatever. What is this? Top spots. Is this? I thought it was acting roles. Is this, what is this? Something here might be wrong. I mean, you do collect money from people in church and a pew. Is this some director that I haven't heard of? Democratic Socialist. Well, neither am I. I haven't lived out enough, apparently. I think top spots makes sense. It might be wrong. I don't have a clue. Find. Finish. Don't have it. Oh, did I type this earlier? I was thinking it. Get the point. See it. Brownish green. Ivied. Bang. We're done. What the hell? Fines are doubled. Ay, ay, ay. I thought it was an order to somebody like finish strong or whatever. Fines are doubled. Anatomy of a Fall. I don't remember her name from the Oscars. Well, if I hadn't put everybody to sleep, I would be seeing more of these. GG, all GG, Ben Zimmer. Great MIDI, great Maxi. We've scared. You know what, Ben? It took me so long that people went to do things like, I don't know, have dinner, childcare, all these silly things that people do. Yes, good game, y'all. I mean, don't say good game because I shamed you into it. Only say it if you mean it. No, Ben, this was great. Udelka, yeah, you did your hair while I was yammering in the background. I get that. Ivied, brownish green. Okay, so Ben, explain. Of course, Ben, you have all the answers. Nisei. So the Nisei are they the second generation? The first generation born here? There's like some other 5-letter term for like the newly like naturalized Japanese Americans. Issei Nisei. All right. Well, take a bow. Final score of that football game. I don't know. What's 9 touchdowns? 63 to 20. I'll give myself some points because I actually got some stuff without hits. 63 to 28. Ben, a resounding win. Good for you. It was a Ben v. Ben situation, and just as the experts predicted, Ben won. Wow, we have been streaming for 3:23. That's a lot. I think it's time to say, I mean, this was merely meant to let everybody know that Ben's coming in here tomorrow. This was my little please join me tomorrow stream. I mean, we're so close to being done that I'm not even going to turn on the light. When I started the stream, it was sunny out. There was like angled sunshine across the room here. But that's what happens when you stream for 3.5 hours. Thank you all, first timers, lurkers, chatters. We had a ton of great people in here tonight. Appreciate you all joining me. Please follow me on Twitch if you want to see me screw up some more puzzles. That will be roughly, less than 24 hours from now. Ben, our game is, do I recall, we're playing at 8:30 Eastern tomorrow? I think we are. So I don't know, probably 5:30 or 6 Eastern, maybe 6:30. We will stream again. Ben and I will revisit. Wow, it's like a home and home, only we'll both be at home both times. Yes, Ben Zimmer and our friend Brendan Quigley also wrote this week's Wall Street Journal weekend journal big grid 21X. Maybe we'll start with the down clues, see how far we get. We didn't really, well, yeah, I guess we did your MIDI downs, Ben. It was so long ago because that puzzle took me forever. But yeah, Ben, thank you. Go back through my mind. Thank you, Ross Trudeau and Jesse Trudeau, for that fun themed puzzle. An Orca nominee, that was great. Thank you, Christopher Adams. Really enjoyed your, what are we calling that thing? What was that? Oh, it was like oh yeah, that was the FAFO puzzle. That was incredible, really good. Amazing grid. Who else? Brendan. No, we never got to Brendan. We never got to Brendan's website today. Thank you, Elizabeth Gorski, for that great New Yorker puzzle. We didn't get to Boss Words either. Thank you, Peter Gordon, for the fireball. And whoever wrote the Monday and Friday or Saturday New York Times, I did. Matthew Luter, thanks for the Monday. All right, that's nearly everyone. Thank you for your patience. That took a long time, but it was good. Ben, great puzzle. Ben, I will see you here again tomorrow. We'll figure out what time. Okay. I think we've done it under 3.5 hours. Wow, that was a long one, but it was fun. Ben, loved your stuff. Everybody else loved your stuff. Chatters, appreciate you. Thanks for joining me. Tomorrow afternoon, evening, Ladavi and I, did we try to solve that earlier? When the afternoon starts and when the afternoon ends and when the evening starts. Anyway, that's when we're doing it again. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Europeans, especially for staying up. Ladavi, Caroline, no CB, etc. Great seeing y'all. See you tomorrow. Thanks again.